It would help if I added myself to the stage. Stage. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to One Collection Down and welcome to Action Fest 2026. Tonight is our second entry into Action Fest with the movie 300, man. I can't wait to get into it tonight. Been waiting all week to get into this one. Of course, we started earlier this week on Monday with Robbie's first entry, which was Lionheart. And let me tell you something, guys. If you haven't seen Lionheart, go watch Lionheart. That movie's fucking crazy. I actually love Lionheart now that I saw it. And then we continued over on, I believe, was it Chad? Yeah, Chad. Yeah, Chad is Tuesday. And Chad had Darkman. Darkman is awesome. Sam Raimi movie, man. We had a lot of fun doing that. Then we continued over on Matt's channel, Matt's Heroes for Hire Comic Club, and he did Commando with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And now we're here tonight, Friday night, with 300. Of course, I'm always joined by a panel of the greatest people in the comic book community. So let's get this party started. Let's get them out. Let's review this jam. First up, I got my brother, Matt, Heroes for Hire Comic Club Station.
Spartans, what is your profession? Who? Yeah. All right, we're ready to go, man.
Oh yeah. Thanks for being here tonight, Matt, as always. All right, let's bring out our next panelist, my homie John, Comics with Friends Station.
What is up, guys? Here we are talking another ultra violent action fest spectacular here, and hey, maybe a little homoerotica for everybody too. So hey, we can all enjoy.
I'm so glad you were able to make it. I know I hit John up last minute, and he graciously was able to jump on, so I appreciate it. He was on with us last week for Speed, which was an awesome show. Let me tell you, it did very well for us on the channel. So thanks, John, for coming back this week.
My pleasure, man.
Let me bring out my next guest, man. The one, the only, Cliff on Comics Station.
I always get this wrong. I don't know where my I've watched the movie. You've explained it to me. I don't even know. I'm like, I appreciate y'all. Hi. Like, you know, like I feel so like just wrong doing it now that I'm just like, no, I'm just a poser. I'm like, I can't. What's up?
Cliff, always a pleasure having you on these things. Thanks for joining us tonight, my friend. I can't wait to get into this movie with you.
I can't wait either. Thank you for bringing me on board the most homoerotic yet not gay enough film of my lifetime.
When I was watching this thing, well, first of all, when I was telling everybody about 300, the show we were going to have, and who's going to be on, and I said, we're doing 300, and we got Cliff coming. And Robbie was like, oh, shit. He got really excited, said that's the biggest thirst trap movie ever.
It is. Let me tell you, that young man who played Astiles, well, anyhow, that guy, he has never looked that good before or after that movie. Like,
you can say that about
look that good. Like, this is why I'm convinced Zack Snyder is a bisexual, because how did that man only look that good that one time?
As a Thanos, thanks.
As a Thanos, right? Don't in my notes, I got everyone else. I've got everyone's name right. It's just that it's so hard for me to pay attention to the secondary plot of the movie when I'm focused on the primary plot of the movie, which is everyone's body.
Everybody's beautiful in this movie for sure. Even that humpback weirdo guy. You see, he's kind of Diesel, man, for a little hunchback.
He is for somebody who was expected to just be eaten alive by a vulture on top of a cliff.
All right, man. Let's bring out my last two panelists, the co-hosts of Go Figure Reviews, man. Always happy to have these guys on. They are also co-hosts with Robbie on PCP Movie Night. Done plenty of shows with these brothers. So always a good time when they're here. We're talking about first, my brother Jelani Station.
Jelani.
And because of the station, Cliff, you can do it either right or left. Normally, I do it over the heart, just because they do it over the heart in the movie, and Stallions does either side. To be
Right.
nice.
All right. That's a great move for me to remember.
Just don't do it. Just don't do it like the German guy in Indiana Jones.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
Don't
feel like
lose
that's
your thought.
really wrong. I feel like that's the most wrong. That's the most
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah,
It's all good, yes. But yeah, man, good to be here. Glad we're talking about this awesome movie and this awesome thing, and probably the only thing that Zack Snyder has done properly. We'll talk about that later.
So you didn't like his Watchmen? You thought Watchmen was trash?
I'm okay with it. We're gonna talk about it, but this,
All right.
this
We'll get into
is
it.
the only
We'll
one
get
he's
into
done
it.
properly. That
I
he's done
can
properly.
tell I'm already gonna love Jelani. I'm just
Yeah,
telling
yeah.
you, I'm already something's
When I hit-
happening here that I'm in for.
I'm
When I hit
hey,
John up,
look,
John said the only good
Look.
movie Zack Snyder's ever done. That was like the immediate sentence after he accepted.
I think I wrote something like the only one he made worth owning.
I mean, Watchmen's got its merits, but 300 is the one he got right.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
Well, we'll get into it. Zack Snyder
we're
is
getting
definitely he's a polarizing director. I think.
Uh-huh.
I personally think he has more than one good movie, but we'll
Yeah.
talk about it. We'll talk about it. All right. Last but not least, the other co-host of Go Figure Reviews and PCP Movie Night, our brother Brooks.
Station.
Yeah, I'm always the last to the ball.
I know, but you arrive every time like it's the headbanger's ball, and that's what matters.
Yeah, it's because I'm so skilled. Like I'm in the power position.
You are. You have the most profound things to say.
Brooks,
I've
man.
been in the power
I get to put the
position.
exclamation point on
I've talked
everything.
to Robbie about it.
Brooks, I definitely so glad to have you on. When I made this list and I was getting people on, you're a little bit tough to communicate with,
Yeah.
right? Like
I tried to get back with you as soon as I could.
Yeah.
But I looked at this
So-
list and I was like, man, oh man, like it was Con Air was like my first instinct, but like I had this one on DVD, so I was like, I watched 300. I haven't watched that.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I knew 300 was going to fill up really fast. I just had a feeling it was going to, and it did. It filled up in like 20 minutes after I put the list out to everybody. And I purposely held a spot because I knew I wasn't going to hear from you for a little while. And I told Jelani, I said, Jelani, hit Brooks up, tell him to hit me back.
Yes.
Because everybody kept asking, 300. So that's how much I love you, brother. That's how much I respect you, man.
That's love.
That's love. Yeah, and of course, thank you to everybody in our chat for hanging out with us tonight. We got our brother Hounds of Gore in the building. Station, my brother, how are you? We got the one and only 34 Easy E in the building. Station, what is going on? 34 Easy E. We got our brother Aaron from PSG Comics in the house. Station, what's going on, my brother? We got the creator of Action Fest, Robbie, Pop Culture Philosophers, in the building. Station. It's already one of the best ever, 100%. And we're I don't even think we're halfway through it, right? We're hitting the halfway mark soon.
No.
But yeah, Robbie, thank you
We're
for
getting there.
hanging out. Who else we got in the house? We got our homie Road Collecting in the building. Station, heading into the theater to see Evil Dead Burn. I am so jealous right now. Oh, I want to see that movie so bad, man. Yeah, let me know what you think, bro. Hit me up on IG. All right, who else we got now? So we got our brother Zach, Tales of a True Believer, in the building. Station, Zach, how are you, my brother? We got the one and only Metal Elf Collectibles, our partner in Action Fest 2026. Station, Chad, how are you, my brother? Thanks for hanging out tonight. Who else we got? We got our sisters from another mister. Co-host of the Absolute Blame Fable show, Sabrina, is in the building. Station, sis, how are you? I think I got
Sabrina's-
Sabrina on one of these coming up.
Yeah, please. I was gonna say she's like the best.
Yeah, no, that's my sister. She's all
See, you know, you done
rules.
messed up because you need to have her, me, and John together. You to get the trifecta. Like
Yeah,
you know,
she was with us on Speed, right?
we come together and we form Trinity. It's it's great.
She was on Speed last week with me.
Yeah,
but
she was
now
with
I
us
got
on
Cliff,
Speed.
so then you need to bring the two of us together with you.
Yeah, I got you.
I have to schedule. I have to do like Helen Slater's Supergirl as reviewed by me, John,
Oh shit.
and Sabrina. You know, and just like cuts of Faye Dunaway over and over and over.
Faye Dunaway.
Power of Shadow.
We got our brother Jay from Hydra Asylum Comics in the building. Station, Jay, how are you, man? We got the one and only Nostalgic Addicts in the house. Station, Nostalgic Addicts, how are you, man? Matt, check your IG messages.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Man, so many good people hanging out with us tonight. Of course, everybody that's on the panel is also in the chat. Going down the list here. Zach saying 300 is for sure his best. LOL. Polarizing is a great word to describe his work. Yeah, because you say Zack Snyder, and you get like 500 opinions. Like, Justice League was great, and Batman was good, and whatever. You get all kinds of.
You get some pretty toxic opinions from some people as well.
Right, and they could be toxically positive or toxically negative. I've noticed.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at you,
Snyder
Mark.
Bros.
He called Mark. We got Cali Comics in the house. Station Cali. How are you, our brother? We got our brother Pete from Most Dope Comics in the house. Station. What's going on? We got Ron Helton joining us. What's up,
Ron?
Station Ron. How are you, man? All right. Let me bring out my notes. Let's get into this sucker right here. I'm an old man. I can't remember shit. I wish I had like Robbie's brain to like just spit shit out, but I just don't.
Yeah, no, don't let it fly to
Too
you.
old.
At least you're not having to put on glasses to read what you got.
Right. Well, hey, listen, don't.
Wow, thank you.
He's like,
I have to take my glasses off to read now.
Ooh, fancy. I take my glasses off to read. My vision is counterintuitive.
And it's like it's doing a reversal on me. It's doing like a counterattack. It wasn't doing a counterattack on me.
There you go. All right. 300, directed by Zack Snyder and based on the 1998 Dark Horse Comics limited series of the same name by Frank Miller and Lynn Varley, was released March 9th. 2007 by Warner Brothers and Legendary Pictures. It grossed $468 million against a budget of $65 million. The film's opening was the 24th largest in box office history at the time and became the 10th highest grossing film of 2007, which is crazy when you think about that, right? $460 some odd million, and it's the 10th biggest movie of that year? Holy shit. We got to look at the movies of 2007. I'm going to go check that list out. The film is a fictionalized retelling of the Battle of Thermopylae in the Greco-Persian Wars. The plot revolves around King Leonidas, who leads 300 Spartans into battle against the Persian god king, Xerxes, and his invading army of more than 300,000 soldiers. A sequel titled Rise of an Empire, based on Miller's previously unpublished graphic novel prequel, Xerxes, was released on March 7th, 2014. So, of course, I like to start by getting everybody's overall thoughts on 300. Of course, I'll start with myself. This movie, when I saw it back in the days, wowed the shit out of me, man. It was a spectacle. This is one of the few movies that I went to the theaters and people were like cheering and clapping and sad. And, one of those things when everybody's just auditory with their feelings and everything. It was one of those experiences. And I remember getting it on a DVD or one of those formats and watching it so many times. But just like Speed, stop watching it. Haven't seen it in a long time. Maybe it might be a decade or more since I've seen this one. So I was super excited to revisit it. And I got to tell you, fellas, I watched it a few hours ago, and I feel exactly the same way. This movie is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Beautiful. One of the few films that uses so much CG, but it just looks so good. So I don't know what they did. They
did it right. They did it the right way.
Yeah, their techniques of well, we'll talk about their techniques. I did write some production notes, but man, it paid off. It gives this movie a vibe. And it's also like a very simple story, right? Like we joke about that. It's a simple story, and it is a simple story. But man, this thing breezes by. It's almost 2 hours long, and I didn't even feel that 2 hours at all. At all. This thing is great. Very sad. I don't remember it being so freaking sad at the end. I was really like kind of, damn, yeah, they lose. They don't win. Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
Not a good outcome.
Oh,
Kind of bittersweet, like
But
hero.
their sacrifice is historically noteworthy.
yeah.
Yes.
But just so much and such a love letter to comic books. And right, like the contrast in this film looks like inks, right? The blood splatter looks like right, like just such a love letter to comic books, and it actually, you know, we all know that it is a panel for panel recreation of the comic book, but holy shit, they did such a fantastic job bringing this book to life.
I know, if only some of these people were available for Supergirl.
Oh, let it go. Shots fired.
And the thing is, like, I'm in this really tough. You know what? We need a whole night for that. We need a whole night for those feelings.
Such great set pieces, great actors. Wow, so many actors. Some of which I forgot was in this thing. What's his name?
Like Fassbender.
Magneto. What's his name?
Michael Fassbender. Yeah.
Fassbender. Yeah, I was like, oh shit.
I
Yeah.
forgot.
Yeah, me too. I totally forgot Fassbender was in this thing. But yeah, man, I loved it. I think it and thinking back on it, it inspired a lot of shit after this, right? Like, not only did it inspire it, like other movies to be try to visually like it, right? Even though this is not the first time, right? Sin City is technically like kind of the first time they kind of tried this format, or yeah. But still, it still continued to inspire, and a lot of shit like Greco-Roman shit came out after this that I remember, right? Like from what my memory serves. But yeah, I loved it. I want to know what you guys think. Everybody on the chat also chime in with your thoughts. I'll try to highlight as many of you as I can. We'll start with my brother Matt. Matt, your overall thought on 300.
Before I start, I have the death count for all these movies so far. Hard Boiled at 307, Desperado at 49, Speed at 13. Lionheart had 1, but it was off camera. Darkman 63, Commando 81, and this movie had 330 on-screen deaths, but that's not counting the Battle of Thermopylae. There were like thousands of people that died. You know, we had 300 Spartans definitely, but also I think the Athenians.
This is the new king. This is the new king of Action Fest. As far
so
as
far, I don't know if anything else is going to beat it. You know, on this Action Fest, but so it's not this movie. Okay, I majored in history briefly in college, but this movie's not, you know, obviously not 100% accurate. Also, like they kind of romanticize the Spartans, who, if you read about them, are very brutal people. You kind of get a little hint of that when you see what they do when their children are born.
7 years old.
The movie starts out with a pile of baby skulls.
Yeah, baby skulls. So it's, but I mean, they also, like, they talk about being free, but they also had slaves. But anyway, regardless of that, also in history, there is a monument that was put up in ancient Greece. You don't have to make me big. It's in Greek. It's a famous quote. It says, "Go tell the Spartan stranger passing by that here, obedient to their laws, we lie." And it's in a memorial near Thermopylae. But I always love that quote. And also, I saw a documentary about the Green Berets, and they study this battle in the Green Berets because the Green Berets are always outnumbered. But I love this movie though. It's a love. I know everybody says that word. It's a love, but it's a love letter to Frank Miller and Glenn Barley's his ex-wife's graphic novel. It's just it's really true to it. And like, unfortunately, too bad Zack Snyder couldn't do that with Batman versus Superman. It just made Dark Knight Returns, or anything like that. So let's not get into that. But it's a beautifully shot. Like, I don't know what's happened with CGI in the last 20 years, but it just seems like it's digressed a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe because of the AI they're using. I don't know. I think they're using some AI. in
Maybe
it.
because studios are cheap and brutal.
That's true, but like
Yeah.
the effects, like in that new George Washington movie
overworked, I
that
think.
came out, it's all CGI. Like if somebody's in the water, it's CGI. Somebody on a horse, it's not CGI, it's AI. But anyway,
Dude, you know how good it was that in the beginning of the film they had a totally fake looking wolf, but that looked totally real.
well,
Right?
it looks like
that.
what Frank Miller put on the page.
Yeah, it's like-
Yeah. Oh,
like-
so
what-
good.
This movie has a lot of Frank Miller
It's
panels
supposed
in
to
it.
Yeah,
be.
yeah, but it does. It's
Yeah.
just like the panel
It's
Brooks,
supposed to
where,
be
he's,
art on film.
where they're pushing the Persians off the cliff and he says they look thirsty.
Yeah.
Instead of give them a drink. That's like almost just like right out of the comic book.
Yeah, there's one where it's like a close up of that, like the Persian dude, and like his face goes like completely
Yeah.
dark. You see like the
That's-
Frank Miller
yeah.
style eyes.
Yeah, so good.
It's
So
it's
good.
also beautifully lit for like what they did in the colors. They tried to like color it like Lynn Barley colored the book because she was off Frank's colorist at the time when in '98 when this came out, and like actually Frank Miller was on a winning streak, wasn't he, as far as movies getting adapted at this point. But also like there's so many great memorable lines in it. Like Fassbender says, "Well, I guess we'll fight in the shade." That's like everybody remembers that. Everybody remembers the night.
There's a lot of lines, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of
Madness.
lines.
No one he goes,
Sparta!
and it fires you up like when they're lined up and the Persians are running at them, and Leonidas Gerard Butler says, "Give them nothing, but take from them everything." You're like, yeah. And the way they shoot that guy, like Xerxes, when Leonidas is talking to him, Xerxes
He's got
looks like he's
hands
like
on him.
7 foot tall, and he puts his hands on him. The actor's actually 6 foot. Him and Gerard Butler were the same height, but they made it, and they didn't make it look like it wasn't accurate. You actually think the guy's tall. So I don't know what they did. The makeup, the prosthetics they used was amazing. That big giant creature they have is just like terrifying. And I don't know what else to say about it, but like it's just a great cast. It's got great actors in it, and a lot of these actors who might not have been that known at the time have become more known.
Right.
Like Xerxes, not Xerxes, but like Leonidas' wife. Of course, she was on Game of Thrones. Michael Fassbender, who's been in Inglourious Basterds since then, and he was one of my favorite Magnetos. To be honest with you, I love him as Magneto.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know what else to say. I'm rambling now, but I'll shut up. But I was going to say something else, but now I can't. Okay, what was I? Never mind. I can't think of it.
I loved, you mentioned it in your overall thoughts. I love the like, I don't know, the Middle Earth of it all. Like they had like creatures in this shit, right? Like they had a fucking dude with this big giant fat dude with like knife hands and shit. That shit was crazy. I'm like, holy smoke.
I know what I was going to. I'm sorry. I know what I was going to say.
Yeah.
When they mentioned like the Xerxes, like these people are like how historical these characters are. Xerxes and his father Darius, they're in the Bible, in the Old Testament. So yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. All right.
I mean, it's history.
Yeah,
So they're not fictional characters after all.
Who knew?
No,
How we know they're real.
although I'm a fictional character, I'm a figment of all your imaginations. You're having a shared.
Matt is AI.
Yeah.
John, overall thoughts on 300.
I mean, I've heard of movies being called testosterone fueled. This is testosterone fueled. This is a movie made for men for the most part, right? And it's there's that term like the male gaze, and this is for the male gaze in all ways, Cliff, right? All the gaze, all the male gaze. It is,
And the pies, and the pies.
it is
and
like
the pies,
one
guys.
it is like one giant like halftime speech when the team is down. The whole thing is like the coach is just, let me come up with another way to rally the troops. Let's come up with another way to hype everybody up. It's those, quarterback on the last second, can he make the pass kind of stories over and over and over again. It is a jaw-dropping visual spectacle. I think it's something that I loved. And when I saw it in the theater, I thought it was incredible. I of course bought the film and I've seen it several times. I am a Snyder hater. Oh, and am I freezing up here? I hope I'm
Power
not freezing.
through. Power through. Don't matter if you're freezing.
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you.
I feel like this is at least
love-
one of his films that you can watch more than once. So there's the biggest compliment I'll give it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what? After I watched it, my testosterone level was
Right,
got
right.
higher after watching it. So yeah.
I looked at my wife and I was like, "This is Sparta." I'm about to jump your ass now. Let me stop.
I mean, this movie is incredibly quotable.
Everybody, instead of Blue Chew, they're just gonna like start watching this movie.
Right, exactly.
It's all that's necessary.
Don't go to the gas station. Get those boner pills. Just watch this movie. All right.
I'm like, but never gas station boner pills, folks. Never.
I was just joking. That was a joke.
I know
Remember.
you're joking, but I know people who do it. And I'm
you're
like,
stupid.
oh,
Nah.
All right. So, Cliff, overall thoughts on 300? Oh, you're back, John. Yeah.
He's back.
John's moving.
I'm here.
I mean, historical accuracy, bedamned.
Yeah.
We all talked about comic book visuals galore. I don't know. Like, I felt like Zack Snyder was like, I want you immersed in the legend of this. I feel like that was like his mission statement, you know? And I mean, I remember when I first bought the Blu-ray and even rewatching the Blu-ray, there is just some stunning shots. And even though they are like shot for shot from the comic book, it's so stunning, you know?
Yeah.
Like Leonidas, the red cape and the night sky is just such a beautiful shot, you know?
Mhm.
And then of course Rodrigo Santoro as Xerxes and all the shots to make Xerxes look godlike,
Yes.
right? Like so powerful.
Mhm.
That's scary.
So, this and everything all of y'all have said, you know, plus not to mention that, you know, it just got me all fired up. It
All
got me
the
fired
vapors. All the vapors.
Cliff was
up.
Cliff,
No. This is
Cliff-
something else.
Cliff was
I had
watching
to-
it
I
like
had to
this. He was watching
yeah.
it like this. Like
Yeah, no, I had to take the blood pressure medication right away. Woo.
This movie makes you like sucking your gut. You're like,
Yeah.
This movie makes me want to suck in nothing. That's for sure.
I did want to mention something that I think connected to the history, the fact that this is not a history. This is not accurate to history
no,
in
it's
any
not
way.
accurate at all.
There were like some fair, in my opinion, comments on both Miller's and the film's depiction of Persians as being fairly racist and fairly like intense. There's a racism to the film that I think a white person on the panel should bring up. This idea that like the people,
guys.
the white saviors are the heroes, and anyone with dark skin is this monster. It's worth at least mentioning that stuff is pretty thick.
Yeah, 100%. It definitely is. But you know, I mean, the Persians, you know, were where they were.
I know, but just the fact that, I mean, I don't think that Zack Snyder was like.
Well, you know what it is. It's
No, he was being
true.
He was being faithful to Miller's
it's not
product.
but
Like if you read, like to the point Matt made, if you read about the Spartans, they were monsters in their own right. Like to act like they were just like this peace-loving, heroic, freedom,
and they were not
nation.
for democracy. They were not. Maybe they were in Athens.
It's not accurate.
But
yeah.
No, I know it's wildly inaccurate, but you know, I do feel bad because I don't know. Do you guys even remember that there was a social media? I think it was called Orkut, right? And it was by Google, and it was very used by people outside the United States, right? And I remember looking at some of those chat groups and foreigners and people who identified as Persian descent were just so appalled by this movie, but also just so not aware of where this story even came from, or the fact that like this wasn't trying to do anything historically. The movie is just based on this graphic novel. Like, so there was so much context lost as this breached out into the world. And I remember reading all that, and now Orkut doesn't even exist, or if it does, not in the same shame.
I mean, let's not gloss over the fact though that the Persians were conquerors too, and they did a lot of
Yeah,
bad
they were-
things.
Yeah.
too.
Well,
Well,
that's why.
that's the point that Callie's making, but I feel like that's true of history, but the film and the comic don't give a fuck about
Yeah,
that.
that's
They just
what-
want
You're right.
the
John.
white
Yeah.
people to be saviors and
Yeah.
the dark skinned people to be
That's
monsters.
what I'm saying. It when I said the Persians were where they were, that's what I meant. They are conquerors, but when they show them, they show this like sleazy, dark. Everybody looks
Degenerate.
crazy. Yeah, like the
Oh, when what's
women,
his
the
name?
women have the half faces. They're all over each
When the
other.
deformed Greek guy, I can't remember his
Yeah.
name, goes in there and there's all this like weird shit going on and
Mhm.
amputees
Yeah,
making out
that's
with
what I'm
women. And
talking about. Yeah,
there's transgender people
that-
in there and they try to make it all
Right.
real sleazy. Yeah.
that's
Yeah, and I
probably
don't know.
where-
And by the way, I don't know why I don't know. That's the other thing too. On top of this movie, unintentionally being blatantly racist, it's unintentionally wildly homophobic, like while also being incredibly homoerotic. So, like, I don't know what the problem is, Zack Snyder, but like, talk to your wife and go figure it out.
All right, my brother Jelani. Overall thoughts on 300?
Man, I love this movie. I mean, I don't care about the blatant racism. I've gotten over it. Sometimes you do. I'm like, I'm offended. I'm offended about a few things, but like
Yeah.
this movie ain't one of them. Hulk Hogan, absolutely, fuck that guy. It's just it's little things that like make me okay with certain stuff. I'm just like, you're making a movie that was done at model after a graphic novel set that is absolutely fantastic. You put like this is that book on film, kind of like Watchmen in a different way. Some things, but Watchmen did right, but we're not getting to that movie. I'm talking about 300. 300, you got right. And it made Zack Snyder. It put Zack Snyder on the map for real. Because he did Dawn of the Dead prior to this, but it was okay, and it's okay, and it's a good movie. But this put him on the map. This made him like worth a damn, and it solidified certain things about comic book movies.
Yes.
To make comic book movies the way they're supposed to be made. This is the CGI is fantastic in this film.
Yeah.
The way that it's used, the practical effects that in this movie are fantastic. The way they're used, he has a stellar cast. He's got everything to work with. It's a simple script, so you're not really expounding into dialogue.
Mhm.
Zack Snyder is not good at. He just needs to tell a story visually. He's a visual storyteller. He's always been a visual storyteller. That's why Watchmen works as well as it does, and that's why 300 works better than that, because he's telling that story, like I said, from the graphic novels to the movie. You've done it. You nailed it. The wolf is proof, because the wolf doesn't need to be there. It does, but it looks like it's there.
Right.
And when you do a movie where something looks like it's there, you
Mhm.
got me. You
Yeah.
got me. You sold
Well,
me. And
Also,
CGI,
that tree where all the bodies are on it when they go to the village.
it
Yeah.
looks like
Oh
it's
my
there.
God.
Yeah.
He's got the right tone for this movie. He's got the right the coloring. Everything is perfect. Shit, even the end credits where there's blood splatter, the blood splatter on the animation is top notch. And I'm like, bruh, so all the way through this movie, you're just like, damn, this is good. Damn, this is good. Damn, this is good.
Uh-huh.
It's consistent, and he's telling the story properly. He's not bastardizing it. He's not changing it. He's giving the full credit to Frank Miller and the artist. What was the artist's name? I keep forgetting his name.
Varley.
Jim Varley. Yeah, got it.
Well, that's his wife. That was his wife, I think, right?
Yeah,
Lynn
makes-
Varney.
yeah. It makes total.
He's working on the Dark Knight Returns too.
Yes, he nails that too. But unfortunately, Zack Snyder takes things from that, and it's stupid. But it's things that he's gotten correct in this film, which got him a big enough head to continue doing filmmaking, and it's a problem. It's a problem because he assumes that that he can do this for other films, but with his twist. He needs to get the reins in. Like he didn't write, he helped write the screenplay for this, but he needed like better script doctors for other films.
Yeah.
But in this film, he got it right. And I saw this in the theater multiple times. I've seen this like 3 times. I took other friends to see this after I saw it. That's how good it was.
Okay. Let's just pace ourselves here. Like let's not go too deep down that hole.
What do you
thing.
mean? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the
Glazing it?
commenter in the
No,
chat
the
calling
commenter,
this
comment.
Schindler's List.
Ugh.
Let's
Okay.
just
First of all, I love that the
no.
person. I love that the person who that came from is the person who I most parallel to you in this community. Yes, you and Zach are like two, like you're just two spirits just separated by time and place, you know. Like it's just like there's just you. I just feel like the two of you would just have the greatest time together,
Yeah.
you know, and just like I just
100%.
like you guys would like have like those really funny, nonsensical, non-threatening arguments, you know, and everything would be great, and then you just both have another drink and just laugh, and you're wearing matching Hawaiian shirts. Like that is how I picture you two.
I'm gonna,
wow, you've thought about this a lot.
yeah, he's got a lot of detail.
Let's
There is
let-
one thing
Let's let
I will-
Delaney finish though.
Yeah, go ahead, Jelani.
Everyone's dead. That's the best part about this movie. Xerxes is dead. Leonidas is dead.
They can't do nothing to us. Yeah.
No one can harm us. Zack Snyder's all right. He's still living upright and taking nourishment. It's a thing that happens in film where you finally you get all the stars to align, and because those stars align and they were so good, you get Supergirl later. So there's that. And that's all my statements.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
shit.
I just wanted to throw in like the one thing it is accurate that would be historic was the way the Greeks and the Spartans fought, and I think they called it a phalanx.
Oh yeah,
And,
the style, yeah.
And like I think they really get into how brutal combat was back in this time period. You know, it's not like you shooting somebody from like a mile away.
Yeah.
You're like right in their face. It's really ugly business. Well, I mean, all combat's ugly, but it's uglier back then.
Right. Well, I love how you touched on what this movie, how it solidified minds on what comic book movies can be. I love that you said that because we forget
Hey,
about
Bastard,
yeah,
It's
we
gone.
forget about like the indie adaptations, right? Like the other stuff, and we can. It doesn't all have to be superhero stuff, right? Like we can dive into so much other stuff.
Nope. Ghost World. It's all right.
Yeah. But Brooks, what are your overall thoughts on 300?
Yeah, funny story about this movie. Like, I told you I picked it because I had it on DVD. It's right here. Beautiful, widescreen, as all
Nice.
things should be.
So
Got
good.
Gerard on the cover, doing the lines, roars. Great, right? So I have it, but it doesn't work. It's garbage. I put it in my PlayStation at 3 o'clock. It didn't work. I had to rent the movie. I was like, man, fuck this shit, man. I'm cursed, man. I'm cursed, man. But I did watch it, and I still love it, man. Like, it's definitely it's one of those no-brainer movies. It's like you just gotta enjoy the spectacle. But I think it plays to Snyder's strengths a lot. And I think Frank Miller's style plays to Snyder's strengths in that it's ridiculous, but you can make it feel kind of real, but it's still kind of silly, but it doesn't feel like completely silly, but like Adam West silly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's this is obviously in a fantasy world. It's kind of parallel to historical events because it's a lot of ridiculous stuff, and a particular line that makes me laugh every time is when Leonidas calls Athenians boy lovers.
Boy lovers.
Yeah, and then you
Yeah,
see
the homophobia.
Spartan culture,
The
like,
homophobia.
yeah, I don't
Hate
think
it.
you would fucking
Yeah.
say that. Especially when you see all these dudes, all these jacked, ripped dudes just lining up yeah, they're all fucking, dude. We know these guys are all fucking each other.
Well, and there's no way the Greeks would say that because if you know anything about the Greeks,
That's why they were like, Eat hearty, because
Like,
tonight we
Greeks were
dine in
like
hell.
redheads, bro. Like only hetero those Greeks, like the most hetero of
Right,
all
exactly.
civilizations.
Oh,
But yeah, this movie is fun as hell, though, dude. Like, it's just a blast to watch, you know. And it's like, you know, it's a lot of style, like Snyder's style, like, you know, with Miller's like style, you know, like I was saying, like, you know, the panels. You see the Frank Miller panels in the movie, the severed hand just slow-mo flying through the air with the whip in it. Like, you know, the guy's face doing the close-up, the guy's falling down the pit. Like, there's just parts of this movie where, like, I haven't read 300. And like I was a huge Miller stan back in like the early 2000s. Like I used to love Frank Miller stuff, and like I still do. But like, you know, yes, like Frank Miller's one of those guys. He can be like really stupid, or he can be like really good. Like, you know, if you read like Ronin from back in the day, like that's Frank Miller like at his best. Like, you know, when he's
So
trying
good.
to like,
Yes.
do something. Yeah, but like, you know, he kind of degenerates sometimes, and like just being. He wants to tell Sin City stories basically, but in different settings sometimes. Which I love Sin City too, but you know, I think Frank Miller works better when he's trying to be a little more cerebral, when he's trying to, you know, tell a more high quality story.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Zack
Boy,
Snyder
Ted
too.
really
Like,
went for that one.
yeah, Zack Snyder, he's a filmmaker. Like, I really do like his style. But sometimes he's just too dumb. But in this movie, like I say, this plays to his strength. Like the idiocy, like, you know, makes it more entertaining. It's just a big dumb action spectacle. It's like you don't care that it's. You know, you don't care about the CG, you don't care anything. You just love watching the action. You just love watching these like this group of complete jacked, ripped psychos just like caring for whatever's put in their fucking path.
And let me tell you, that sounds like a good setup for Friday night.
Yeah, that sounds like a good movie.
Don't threaten me with a good time, Xerxes.
Yeah.
And you know, by the way, what a waste, because that man was fine as hell back in 2007, and like this movie was not like highlighting that enough for me.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Oh man, Holy Terror! I've never even read that book, but I've heard it's a piece of garbage.
Yeah, I gotta read that.
And Frank Miller had some rough times, you know.
Yeah.
Well, he's had a serious like substance abuse problem for a while.
Yeah, it happens. You just gotta, you kind of like forget.
I can't say nothing. I've had my problems in my past, so yeah, I can't say nothing about
Nobody's
that.
perfect, you know.
Yeah, but I agree with you when you said something about Frank Miller's work brings out the best in Zack Snyder, right? Like some of the stuff that he's good at complements what Zack Snyder's good at. They're good
Like
tandem.
Deep Shadows.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, are we just being just like a little bit generous with these words? I think we're just being a little generous. Just a little generous.
How so?
Yeah. All right. So we touched on it a little bit, but this movie has an amazing cast, man. A lot of great characters in this film. And Brooks, I hope you didn't go away too long because I like to swing it back around. I don't know if you hear me. But anyway, this movie has a great cast, and I didn't know this was Michael Fassbender's first film. I didn't know that. This is his debut, which is wild. What was he doing before this? Like, is he like on Broadway or some shit like that?
Well, he used to be a race car driver too.
Oh, okay. All right. But yeah, a lot of great characters, a lot of great actors. A lot of these people went on to be on a bunch of shit. So, of course, we like to highlight performances or characters in the film, and I'll start with Brooks. Brooks, what is a character or performance that you like to highlight?
Wow, and even the first spot, so I'm gonna take advantage.
Yeah, bro, I got your back, bro.
I'm take Gerard as Leonidas, bro. He is like, you know,
right for the top. Okay,
he's killing it in this movie, man. Like, you know, he's the perfect. He's got that perfect glare. Like he's super stoic. Like this movie is just like, you know, juicing this guy so fucking hard. Leonidas, he's the coolest dude. Like, you know,
That's one way of saying that.
Takes out all of the Persian like fleet, and all the other Spartans are like cheering. Is like, but not Leonidas because he was so fucking stoic. Fucking celebrate. Standing there, just like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, like Gerard Butler. This is like the movie that really kind of put Gerard Butler on the map for me. Like, you know,
100%. I never even heard of the guy before this one.
Yeah, it's like
I feel Gerard Butler was at his peak for this movie the way I remember it, and then slowly but surely we,
Actually,
coming on down, coming on.
Yeah. If
Fast-
you want to cast a Spartan man, like you can't go wrong with a Scotsman.
oh hell no.
That's just law.
Fassbender was also in Band of Brothers miniseries,
Oh, there you go.
I never saw
2001.
Band of Brothers. I heard it was good.
Okay.
though.
I did not know that.
Phenomenal.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
All right, yeah, I can't
Very-
agree more. I think Gerard Butler is magnetic. I think he's somebody that if you're into this testosterone fueled shit, you just can't. You want to be like this guy. He's so damn cool. I love the way he looks in that Spartan helmet, and when he has those like fucking teeth gritting lines, like I'm like.
But he's also
right
kind
out
of
the
presented as
comic.
kind of like a progressive guy too. Like
Yeah.
he's presented as kind of like a king who values like progressive ideals. Despite the fact that he's like also this murderous psychopath.
Yeah,
He's
And
like,
homophobe.
murder.
Yeah, there's a
Murderous
lot of
psychopath and homophobe, but progressive.
yeah. there's a lot of
Could you imagine if we had
juxtaposition.
somebody like that in this day and age? Fascinating.
We need a Leonidas to run for president.
There we go.
I
There we
don't
go.
know. I don't know.
Good choice, of course. Jelani, what's a character performance you want to highlight?
I want him. I'm gonna take Lena Headey as the queen because she's
Yeah.
awesome in that scene. In the scene where she stabs the homeboy, and she's like,
You say the scene. You say the scene with her, and then that's not the scene I think of.
Yeah, no, I mean that scene too. She can get it
Yeah.
all day. She's always been able to get it. It's been a while. I wanted to get her in Dread, like on drugs. Like, yeah, falling on drugs. She's like, yeah. She stabs old boy, and she's like, this will not be over quickly.
Yeah,
Not
like,
anymore.
she's,
I am not your queen.
I think
Boy, when
she's-
she says it back to him, it's the queen
Uh-huh.
of shit. I'm like, oh yeah, because he did her dirty. Like,
Yeah, he
of
did.
course he was going to do her dirty, but it's just funny that it happened that way. And I'm so proud. I'm so happy that she got her comeuppance. I forgot that happened in the movie.
Me too.
That was a problem with me because I was like, oh God, she gets got. And I was like, oh no, then she gets him. And I'm like, oh, she gets him better.
him.
I was like,
gets
oh
him.
yeah.
Right there in the
Yeah.
corner. She gets him.
She gigged them Aggies. That's what I'll say. You got to gig them. So it was fantastic. I love that scene. I love that movie. I love when Delios gives her the necklace back.
Mhm.
It's the saddest shit.
It's so sad.
It's
Yeah,
so
so
sad. And I'm like, the way she handles it though, she handles it so well. And then her son runs up and she like grabs him and like holds his face. Like, yeah, she didn't say your daddy did. He's like, he knows. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? And he's supposed to be a strong Spartan man. He understands. And it's so sad. And I'm like, oh God, oh my nuts.
Yeah.
So it's just it's one of the she held her own. I like how you can make a strong female character.
I'm gonna give it to him
You know
because
what?
in the graphic novel, she has one line.
Right. I know.
Yeah.
Here she actually has a storyline and everything,
He's fleshed
and they
out.
did it great. So once again, Zack Snyder, where is all this when we need it? But thanks, you
Well,
did
you
it,
have
man.
to-
You did it.
She's got one of the most emotional lines in the film too, when they're getting ready to go off to the hot gates, and she says, "Come back with your shield or come back on it."
That's her line from the comic. That's
Yep.
her only line in the comic book.
That's
Her
it.
only line.
That's it.
But she
You're right.
delivered that shit in this movie like.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And it's Lena Headey, and she can always get it. So I had no problems with that happening. It's a fantastic cast, and she's just a star among them. And I'm impressed with her in general. I think that's how she got the Game of Thrones role. To be honest, I think
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
in Dread, where she can also get it every day. all the time
Did you see her in the 2 normal films?
on drugs. I've not seen her 2 normal films, but I'm sure she can get in those as well.
Well, Ghost. They're also action movies. I'm not even sure. I think they should be part of Action. At least one of them should be part of Action Fest.
Yeah. Well, when we do Action Fest 2027,
We'll
we should
work
have
on that.
Cliff. We should have Cliff on Comics. Join us.
Yeah.
I'll definitely hang out on one of your shows.
Being a heady.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like
but yeah, 100%. She's beautiful. She's always been beautiful, but I really think she's gorgeous in this film. The way she dresses, her attitude. This is the kind of
Spotting
partner.
women give birth to real men.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
kind of
Right.
partner that we would all want, right? Like this kind of support.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
She's
a mommy.
down. She's so down.
Yeah,
That's
she's
the best
down.
part about her.
And she's so strong against all this masculinity around her. She's surrounded by all these male egos and all the shit. Yeah, and yeah.
She's
And
a strong female lead, and she didn't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? She didn't go
Right.
in things and talk about that shit. It just is. It's the
It just
story.
is. Yeah, it just
It
comes
is. It's the story they told,
Yeah.
and it made sense when they talked. And I'm like, holy shit! Can we get movies like that now? Can I get a movie like that now? That'd be fantastic. With
Right.
with as good a CGI as we got now. Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm done. Sorry, irritates the shit out of me. I hate now. I hate it now. Can we go
put
back?
more money together to make it? That's it. We got to do it. We got to make the film.
Come back now.
Oh,
Fuck
I
you,
know.
Marvel. Why'd you fuck everything up? Fuck you, James Gunn. Why'd you fuck everything up?
I'm not going to blame James Gunn for everything.
I blame James Gunn. Stupid ass Guardians of the Galaxy made this happen.
I mean,
It was good.
you could
It's
also
good.
blame Zack Snyder too, because
Also, Zack Snyder. he is
I
also
just saw the
trash.
Flash, and that
Also
shit is terrible when it comes
Terrible.
to CGI.
Terrible.
But anyway, Cliff, character performance you want to highlight?
Well, I mean, I have to give it up to the beautiful heart of this film, played by Tom, Astinos, played by Tom Winston, because Tom looked like he was genetically engineered for this role. I mean, every scene, like y'all can't tell me that you didn't have bisexual panic when you saw his beautiful body on the screen, his hair, the looks. There were so many looks.
I'm willing to bet that almost nobody in the chat knows which character we're talking about right now because you gave the
It's
characters.
Artemis's son.
I know who it is.
It's,
I'm just saying,
it's
like half the audience is going to be like, which character's named Astinos and who is this actor I've never
Captain
heard of?
Artemis's
It's
son.
the captain's
right?
captain's son, the captain.
Right.
I
We
just want to
can't-
make sure the audience watching is like,
Of
oh,
course.
that
Well, the
twink.
the audience is filled with our regular friends,
I just wanted to get Delaney, that's why.
members, and Mark, who's the world's greatest Snyder fan. So, like, they know, they're on it. Okay, they're on it.
So he can also get it. That's what you're saying.
So, like, oh my God, he can still get it today because although he has never looked as beautiful as he has looked in this film, he is still a beautiful looking man. He's got them beautiful blue eyes. Look at Zach losing it.
Zach is losing it right now. Yeah.
Apologies.
But no, seriously, the movie goes into detail to hang out with him because he is the youngest member. I don't know about
Why?
that.
He's young and tender.
Well, right, but like he's young, and if you think about it, this is what they're fighting for. They're fighting for the future. He's the future,
Yeah.
right? So it's very intentional that we spend so much time with him, even though it's in full-on male gaze action, baby. But I mean, even if I weren't gay, I would imagine, I suspect for you heteros, it still feels hurtful. Like when he dies, like you still feel it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
There's a tonal shift in the there's a tonal shift in the way the battle goes and like emotional, like when he gets his head lopped off. It's just like,
Yeah, because up until then, I think they truly feel invincible.
yeah,
And then after that, it gets very real for them.
Yeah.
I think that's what happens. And they know they're gonna follow this man to their doom. Right?
Mhm.
And
Oh, yeah.
this man is just trying to do everything he can to protect his people until support shows up. And then of course, I mean, it succeeds, you know, but just the cost is great. The cost is great.
well, they knew that going in because the Spartans believed that like to die in combat was the greatest honor you could have.
Yeah. But they were trying to do something greater. They
Yeah.
were doing everything in their power to hold this line so that so reinforcements could show up. And the reinforcements were back at home just chilling, you know, beating it, trying to fuck people's wives,
Yeah.
you know, and like, you know, they were like, no, you know,
Taking gold from the enemy. Yeah.
right, taking gold for the enemy. But again, like Astinos, played by Tom Wisdom, gorgeous. The camera loves him. I mean, I feel like it's obvious to everybody, not just me, who was just having, you know, like, you know, hot flashes and my andropause kicking in.
Have your moment.
48.
Have the moment. I
Well,
get
and
it.
well, Cliff, him and Fassbender kind of have this bromance going on.
Are you
They
kidding?
do.
Are you kidding? Do you know how many years of my life that bromance has fueled for me? The fantasies, the homosexual fan art. No, those two. Listen, we could do
You
me
said
day
fan
and
art?
night. We could
Yes, he
do
did.
me
He did.
Day and night on how they're just roommates. Nah, I'm not. Nah, they was fucking. All right, I don't want to give a shit. All right.
Oh well, yeah, great
They
pick.
was
Great pick.
Good stuff.
And I do agree with what Matt said. When he dies, it
He
definitely.
Good
Man,
Lord.
his father, the pain in his heart. I have two sons, so I could totally oh my God, it must kill you inside. Like just
Oh yeah.
and that was his top guy, right? He was the captain of the whole army, and when he was like, my heart breaks for you, the look he gave him when he said my heart breaks for you, he looked at him like, motherfucker, you ain't got no heart. Like
He said,
what are you
"My
talking
heart."
about?
He said, "My heart is." He said, "My heart is filled with hate."
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a great scene.
He was mad.
Yeah. John, character performance you want to highlight.
I mean, there's still so many great ones left. I was,
Yeah.
kind of excited to be able to talk a little bit about a character, an actor who had just come off my favorite TV show, Lost, and was hated for playing Paolo, the random guy they added to the island. And then he comes over here and he plays the villain Xerxes like a
Yeah.
boss in this
Yeah.
movie. Rodrigo Santoro holds court here. And now obviously they've done you mentioned the special effects to make him look a certain size and way,
Right.
but the what they do to his voice is
Yes.
so fantastic.
Yeah.
He keeps this like tone all the way through his scenes, the way he just like needles at you, the way he, you know,
Mhm.
he puts his hands on Leonidas, just touches him, the way he talks to Philtis, the sort of crippled Spartan character, you know, he has this,
Kind.
yeah, he's got this devil like pouring
Yes.
pestilence in your ear, just like, I can give you what you want if you just kneel, like all
Well,
this
he's
thing,
also-
you know.
he's very seductive demon.
Yes.
Yeah, I love the pose he does after he says, "Let us reason together."
Yeah. He seduces the Theates.
Yes.
Totally. You know, like
Yeah. In the tent, he's got like all the vices. Like he is very devil like. And then I love his pose when they're carrying him on that giant platform, and he's just like gently rocking to the way they carry him, and it's just phenomenal. And then that face when they make him bleed and he just screams, it's just, and the emotion that he gives you in his face when he's like, I can bleed. Like it's almost like he believed his own lie
his own
up
bullshit,
to that
yeah.
moment. And then it's just all of a sudden now coming real. And it's just a really great, underrated performance.
Yeah. I love
really
the scene. I love the scene where he's trying to coax the humpback guy.
Yeah,
And-
Philtis.
he's like, I'm kind. I am kind. Like he's trying to like convince himself that he's like this benevolent dude, right? But he's
Yeah,
just
what does he says something like he wants you to stand for him, and I'm so much nicer. I just want you to kneel.
yeah, I'm a nice guy.
It's so much comfortable on the down on the
Yeah.
floor there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. Yeah.
And the costume that they had him in is amazing.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Yeah.
so it's so sad, right? Like, because he's made to look like a fool. They make a line of it in the movie. You know?
Yeah.
I want a
100%.
uniform. He's like, all right, I'll give you a uniform.
Yeah, the fuck is a
Yeah.
uniform?
Oh, you want a uniform? Sure, hell, we can do that. I got a bunch of
That from
uniforms.
Daredevil, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt, what's a character
Well,
performance?
it's tough
you like?
because I was thinking these two guys are going to be gone. Now I got to pick between them because I love David Wenham too, but I'm going to go with Michael Fassbender. I think Michael Fassbender's got some of the best lines in the film.
Yeah.
they're,
Of course, he's the counterpart to my guy. So there we
Yeah.
go.
And I like their little banter of each other the whole movie, and then I like when he's when they're over the cliffs and they're watching they look and see, oh, they thought what's his name, Daxos is the Athenian,
Mhm.
and he's like, oh man, we can't beat this. These guys, look how many guys and Michael Fassbender just laughs. He's like, he says, what are you laughing about? Are you crazy? He's like, us Spartans. He says, I've been in many battles, but maybe down there somebody can give me what we call a good death. And then also the thing about where he's like the famous line where the guy's like trying to pull that whip back and he cuts his hand off and says, your arm now belongs to me.
Mhm.
And the guy says, we'll blot out the sun with our arrows. I've heard historically that was the actual line that somebody said, but I'm not sure.
Mhm.
But that's probably bullcrap. But just the way he says it, like it ain't nothing.
I think I believe somebody said it historically, and I believe that they probably, when you fire that many arrows, I'm willing to bet it's going to look real dark real fast.
Well, I just like how
That's the same
cocky
thing
it
in
was. Even
Heroes.
though there's like
Yeah,
300 of
Heroes.
them, they're outnumbered. What, like 20-1? He's like, well, we'll just fight the shade then. And he
Yeah.
tells the guy, he goes, you can go now, or I'll just build my wall a little bit higher.
Right.
And I just like that. And like also, you can tell he's like gung ho the whole time. Like when they're getting ready to go, he's like, I'm here to serve you, King Leonidas. He's like fired up. And then,
To the death.
yeah, to the death. He's fired up. He's ready to go. He's a true believer.
Yeah.
And also the scene at the end of it when he's like telling him the honor it was for him to serve with the king, and like these guys, the relationship he has with Tom Wisdom's character is great too. Like you get this kind of like camaraderie feeling these guys had to get with each other. Maybe it was a little bit more than than that, but it's a kind of a thing like my dad would tell me, because my dad was in Vietnam. There's like the relationship you get with these guys, like the guy next to you, you trust him with your life because you're trusted with your life.
Band of
And
brothers.
also, the scene where they're fighting each other, we're fighting back to back, and Tom Wisdom's just cutting people down. He's on a roll, and then his head gets lopped off, and you can see the look on him too. He's like, he just lost his friend, and I liked the reaction he had. And
Well, I think you mentioned like the guy next to you, which is that great line in Black Hawk Down. It's like, you do this for the guy next to you,
Yeah,
right? But but it's even more literal for the Spartans, whose
Right.
shield was
they
protecting,
fight.
but literally
Yeah.
protecting the
Yeah.
guy next to you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and that's probably where we kind of get that term, I guess, the guy next to you, maybe. I don't know. But it's just I just thought it was great. I know he's not got that many lines in it, but really, except for like the main characters, nobody has really a lot of lines in the movie. It's just
Right.
it's just all like stylized action. Like,
Everybody gets their time to shine a little bit. They
Yeah,
spread
but
it
I
out
just-
pretty good.
Yeah, but to me, he always stood out. So
Yeah.
that's why I picked him. And also, all respect to the original Magneto, but man, I wish I like him as Magneto a lot. So.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah, Fassbender. I mean, Fassbender's gonna
Ian
Fassbender.
McKellen.
He's
Sorry.
fucking great. He's one of those guys. Such a great actor. I loved him as Magneto when the scene where he's in the bar with all the Nazis. I love
Yeah,
that.
and
McKellen's a great villain, Magneto. Fassbender's a
Yeah.
great hero, Magneto.
yeah, but
Yeah.
also the heartbreaking reaction to when they kill his daughter in the X-Men Apocalypse, which was not the greatest movie, but that scene really always got to me.
Right. Well, you guys took a lot of great actors. I'm almost tempted to give it to Vincent Reagan as the captain. I think he tells a lot without saying much, right? Like you can tell his loyalty and his history with Leonidas without saying much, right? Like you can tell they probably grew up together. They were just as good friends as Fassbender and the other guy, probably in their day, right, when they were young and stuff like that. That's his most trusted guy. The pride he has for his son, right?
Yeah.
Who at the beginning of the movie he was like, "Hey, that's your son," and he's like, "Yeah, I got other guys to replace him." He actually said that shit.
He does.
Like, I got other
got
sons.
When it cracks at the end, it's like it's proven that it's a lie. He never really felt like that because when he does die, like he loses his shit.
He loses his
Yeah.
shit, and
It's
yeah,
good
but
boy.
you know,
Good boy.
just the pride. Like when his son was killing everybody, he was like, "That's my boy. That's my boy." Like he was playing football or something.
Like watching
Oh,
the kid hit a home run in Little
Good
League.
boy.
There's a lot more
but
blood.
I'm gonna give it to David Wenham as Dilios, the narrator. Yeah, I think he's fantastic in this film. I love his narration. He tells this story so well. And you know what's so cool about him? He's an unreliable narrator. And that's the best part.
Yeah,
right?
because he doesn't know.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what happened
Yeah.
at the end.
Exactly.
clue.
He's telling this story, he's spinning it, and he's spinning it for his men or his fellow
Mhm.
soldiers at the
He's
end.
a hot man. He's trying to. He's
Yeah.
tell like so they'll go out there and run through a wall for him. Yeah.
Right. So
Which I
How
think is partly
badass
why.
my king was.
Yeah.
Shit. I'll tell
Well, I
you.
think it's partly why the film works and the story works as
yes.
not history, but as like fantasy and legend, is that it's being told and presented that way.
Yeah. And you know, all the shit that we see is probably all embellished. Xerxes
Yep.
was like
Wolf.
10 feet tall.
Yeah.
And fucking they had rhinos and they had a fucking ogre that was
They had a
10 feet
fucking
tall.
goat. They had a
And,
goat playing on a lute.
yeah, they had demon samurais and shit. So, but I just love that guy as an actor. Period. I love his work. I think he's great, and this is probably, maybe I'm wrong because my memory sucks, but like the most heroic, right? Like I've seen him. Like he's a soldier. He's just as big as Leonidas, big as the captain, big. You know what I
Well,
mean? The guy.
Lord of the
guy
Rings. Was he in
kicks
Lord of the
ass,
Rings?
bro.
Yeah,
Was he
he's
in
one
Lord
of
of the Rings? Yeah. Return of the
Yeah,
King?
but
Yeah.
even in Lord of
Boromir's
the
brother.
Rings,
It's
was.
funny because both films, you could argue that he's the sad sack in this testosterone story, where he's
Yeah.
he's the guy that's kind of like more sensitive and maybe has to tell the story and support.
Yeah.
So he's kind of got this like sad sack, second tier
Right.
masculinity. In
But
these
he
movies.
has kind of like daddy issues in Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
His parents-
yeah. kinda.
You think so? You think so?
But in this movie, he's just a pure soldier, man. He's just a pure soldier, and
But he's
trying to
also
round his
he's
men
the
up.
one that like doesn't fight in the last battle. So he's the one that has to like miss
Yeah.
out on that honor, right?
You know, I lose an eye. He's like, it's just a fucking eye. God,
But he
gave
has
me
to do.
an eye,
He has
you
to do what his
know?
king. But he has to do what his king wanted him to do, though. He doesn't want to do it. You can tell he doesn't want to do it.
Right. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to David Wenham. All right, let's get into the style and structure.
Hey, Fayetteville, can
Right.
I say something? One thing about the captain
Sure.
though, that broke my heart is when he said, "I never told my son I love him." It got me today. I don't know why it got me.
Yeah, this movie's a lot sadder
Probably
than I
because that
remember.
shit hits home for so many people, even in
Yeah.
this day and age.
Yeah. Sorry,
movie
Fayetteville, I
was
didn't mean to interrupt you, man.
No,
Yeah.
it's okay. This
I mean,
movie's
like,
a lot.
have you seen Weapons? If you've seen Weapons,
Yeah,
freaking,
that's
what's his name there? He dreaming about his son and be like, I never told you, I never said it, but I thought about it all the time. And I was like, a witch has got your goddamn kid in the basement, you dumb fuck. And like,
Yeah, no, this movie was a lot more as masculine as it is, as high impact and charged as it is. I didn't expect it to be as emotional as it is either. Right? It does have this emotional line through it
Yeah.
that I was not that I didn't remember, first of all, and that I didn't expect on this watch. And I'm a little older. I got boys now, so it hits a little harder, right? But anyway, yeah, let's get into style and structure. We touched on a bit of the style in this movie. And of course, in style and structure, we go over anything you want to highlight as far as the technical aspects of the movie. So directing, cinematography, script, editing, music, whatever you want to talk about. And before I get into that or my thoughts about it, I just want to give a couple of fun facts about the production. First of all, we all know that it's a shot-for-shot adaptation of the comic book, right? Snyder photocopied panels from the comic book, which he planned the preceding and succeeding shots. So, like, he had, he followed that blueprint almost to the T and just filled in the blanks, kind of. 2 months of pre-production were required to create hundreds of shields, spears, and swords, some of which were recycled from Troy and Alexander. Creatures were designed by Jordan Shell, and the animatronic wolf and 13 animatronic horses were created. So they had some animatronic. I thought the wolf was all CGI. Apparently, it's not. It was a real thing.
That's
Yeah,
why it looks so damn good. Practical effects. Who knew? Who knew?
And the horses too. The actors trained alongside the stuntmen, and even Snyder joined in. Upwards of 600. Upwards of 600 costumes were created for the film, as well as extensive prosthetics for various characters and the corpses of the Persian soldiers. Post-production was handled by Montreal's Meteor Studios and Highbright Technologies, who filled in the blue screen footage with more than 1,500 visual effects shots. Visual effects supervisor Chris Watts and production designer Jim Bissell created a process dubbed the Crush, which allowed the Meteor artist to manipulate the colors by increasing the contrast of light and dark. Certain sequences were desaturated and tinted to establish different moods. Producer Gianni Nannari was not the only person planning a film about the Battle of Thermopylae, as director Michael Mann had already planned a film for the battle based on the book Gates of Fire. A little bit about the music as well. The music was done by Tyler Bates. You may know his music from Get Carter, Dawn of the Dead, The Devil's Rejects, Slither, Grindhouse, Halloween, Watchmen, Sucker Punch, Guardians of the Galaxy, John Wick, Deadpool, and the X trilogy. So X, Pearl, Maxine. He did the music for all three of those. Pretty good resume. And he's all set to do Highlander, which is going to release soon. But there was some controversy with the score with this movie. When I was doing my research, I didn't know about. The score caused some controversy in the film composer community for its striking similarities to several other soundtracks, including James Horner and Gabriel Yared's work on the film Troy. The heaviest borrowings are said to be from Elliot Goldenthal's 1999 score for Titus. Remember Us from 300 is identical in parts to the finale from Titus. On August 3rd, 2007, Warner Brothers Pictures acknowledged in an official statement. So they acknowledged that he lifted some of the work from a few of those composers, which I was like, wow, I did not know that. But style and structure, of course, we all said how gorgeous this movie is. Beautiful. This is one of those movies to me that uses the medium to full effect, if that makes any sense, right? Like when you take what film is capable of and you stretch the boundaries of it, what technologies we can use. It doesn't matter. I don't care if it's CG or practical, live, whatever. The end result, right? And the end result of all these shots are fucking phenomenal. Like when he stabs the fucking wolf and you see the shadow of the spear going in the wolf's mouth on the wall.
Yeah.
Right? Brooks said it earlier when the Persian emissary comes in and he's laughing and his eyes, everything turns black and you just see his eyes and shit. Mm-hmm. The rain, right? Looks like Frank Miller fucking does that rain shit. Yeah, that he does in Sin City a lot. I mean, they capture that shit perfectly. So yeah, I love how far they stretched or tried to bring that vision in live action. I think they accomplished it. And structure, I fucking love the structure. Unreliable narrator going over this wild ass tale, right? And it just I never felt dull at all. And you guys know me already. I love my hour and a half movies. Anytime I see something that's over an hour and a half, I'm like, oh my god. Okay, here we go. But did not feel it, not even a little bit. So I think the style and structure is fantastic. But Matt, I'll start with you. Style and structure, what do you think?
Well, I mean, talk about style and structure. This movie is about as stylistic as it gets. Also, I like the try to stay true to the source material. I know there are some things that were negative about Frank Miller's work, but like just if you look at that book, like I used to have the graphic novel. I don't know what happened to it, but I had like the collected one. It looks like a big coffee table book, and it looks like you're looking at panels from the book.
Yeah.
Like there's also a cool scene when he goes to the oracles, and they got the young girl. Like I guess like what the Greeks did was they went in these caves, and they breathe this like hallucinant gas or something. But she's going in these contortions. I think they filmed that underwater.
In the water,
like in a water tank, and the way they did it was like in slow motion, which is actually Zach doing slow motion the right way. I don't think there's like an overuse of it. But I thought it was done great. Also, like you said, the thing with the guy's eyes and the wolf, old thing with the wolf, and the music is just so like epic sounding. Like when he comes back and he's wearing the wolf as a coat.
Yeah.
They got those. I think it's like a choral or whatever you call it. Like you hear all these voices singing, or whatever.
Your turn is no longer a boy, but a man.
And I also just brilliant narration, the way they bring that. The guy's got the perfect voice for that. So
yeah,
and like you're saying, unreliable narrator, but like he's got an agenda when he's telling people about this. Like it's kind of like when they fought after the Alamo, and General Sam Houston's like, remember the Alamo,
yeah,
and because they want everybody to remember that, or remember Pearl Harbor, we want to remember it this way.
Yeah. You want to hear a story about the greatest king that ever lived in Sparta?
Yeah. So
I
like
fought
he's really
with that
like,
guy.
Yeah.
it's kind of like Leonidas is Chuck D, and this guy's like Flavor Flav. He's hyping him up.
Flavor Flav,
the greatest hype man of all time. But also, just the colors. I think it was already mentioned the colors, and the movie's got a great pace to it. And like there's another scene that's really cool. It's like when he says, earth and water, you'll find plenty of it down there. And he points it at that old well. And when he kicks him down in the slow motion, but then you see one of the emissaries falling down into the darkness, and then he just disappears. I love the way he does that. And also, there's another scene that's subtle, but I was talking about it earlier when she tells him, come back on with your shield or come back on it. And you see all the wheat fields and the way it's just kind of blowing in the wind. It's just got this kind of like cool quality to it. And that scene with I call it like it's not really the tree of woe, but it's kind of like that where they put all the villagers on that tree, and it's kind of scary. Like also the scene where they those pots fall over, they all are on guard, they're already on edge, and then they turn around, and they see that kid walking, but his shadow looks monstrous at first, like it's real,
right? Yeah,
and then it comes down, it's just this little kid,
little boy,
and like it's that's amazing too, and then that freaky ass scene in the tent there. Like I don't know what was going on there. There was some eyes wide shut stuff going on in that tent. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and also like the wardrobes, especially the Persian wardrobes, with the cool immortals with the masks and stuff, and the big monster giant immortal guy. Yeah, he's so scary looking, and I don't know what to say. It's just a beautifully shot movie, and I think also, and this is the last thing I'll say. I think this movie's proof that it's best to use CGI and practical effects together instead of completely or 100% relying on CGI like they do now, basically.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. John, style and structure, and please keep it going. That would be right there.
I mean, there's a ton of stuff that everybody's kind of hinted at already. I remember when I watched Face Off and some of the special features, John Woo was talking about how he uses slow motion and how he
Yeah.
spends time watching actors move and finds the right frame rate for each actor. He's like, oh, well, Travolta might be at this, this many frames per second, and Nick Cage might be at this many frames per second. I feel like the function of slow-mo in this movie is down to that level of attention where the moment that the woman certainly underwater and the Oracle, the way they speed up and then ramp speed down, it's almost like it has a tempo, it has a beat to it, right? And then of course the fight sequences when they're slowing things down or speeding things up, I think there's a real function to the slow motion that does, spoiler, does not exist in the Snyder cut. Like the slow motion there is absurd and bizarre. And like, yeah, let me slow motion my Starbucks moment. Let me get my Starbucks and let's slow mo that down. There, see? But so like the attention to that detail, I really love. There's some really great like practical makeup effects going on here. Of course, Filthies has this epic body thing that he wears, but like several, like when the ninja's mask comes off and you've got this demonic face underneath, and there's some all of the work done on like piercings, like on characters' faces and stuff. There's some really great practical makeup going on for a lot of these performers that I think it just adds to Matt's point, that layer of like what is real and what is an effect. And when those things are blurred the right way, it feels real, like it feels authentic. It has that sense of like reality that I think is really strong. Lastly, I do like the story structure of the opening sequence focusing on how does a Spartan become a Spartan? Because if you had ignored all of that, if you had just jumped right in and had been told in like real time or chronological order or whatever, and you didn't have that understanding of how someone becomes a Leonidas or how someone becomes a Spartan warrior, I think it would absolutely have robbed the film of that feeling that like these guys might actually be able to pull this off, right? And you have that child, learning how to fight and being forced into the wild on their own. I think that sequence structurally adds a ton to the hot gates when we finally get there. So
Well, also, John, when you talk to your point about that, you get to see like it really sets up how badass these guys are.
You could believe that they can achieve these things because you see how they got there, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I would have made it at 7 years old, by the way. Not even a little bit.
No, hell no.
Go out there.
Actually,
none of us would have made it. Yeah, I was
none
in
of
the
us would
movie
have made
it.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
nah, bro.
Hey, truth be told, I was born muscular dystrophy. I'd have been tossed off there right off the top. So.
Yeah, but, you're not perfect. Oh,
I would have been one of the baby skulls in the beginning of the movie.
Yep, baby skulls.
Somebody earlier mentioned that Filthies is a traitor or is not is he or is he not a traitor? And I think structure wise, I think he's a valuable additive that is not just to betray and have Xerxes' team win, but it's more it's pointing out that there are flaws to the Spartan mentality, right? That there are flaws to that system, that they aren't just simply the heroes. There's more to that structure. And the fact that Leonidas can't find a value in somebody so devoted to his cause, can't find a way to use somebody because they don't fit into his narrative.
You can hold water, you can carry the bodies, you can do everything possible to help us, but you can't fight. Now, could fight. All he had to do was tell homeboy, hey, hold your shield up, but you be in the back.
Or, exactly. They had all those guys stabbing the bodies they were stepping over to make sure they were dead. Like, we need somebody doing this shit. But
right. The point, though, when he says if you can't, raise the arm, I think it was but you're right. And
I think Leonidas turns him into the monster that he ultimately becomes, and I think that's a symbol of why they have a downfall.
Yeah, he knows the weakness. He knows the weakness and lets him go.
I don't know if this has anything to do with style or structure, but there's also the great line where he tells him at the end of Peleus, may you live forever. And in Sparta, that's an insult.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can tell he feels that in his soul when he says that to him. It gets right to his bones, you know.
Yeah. Well, John, I didn't hear most of what you said, but I know you probably said it very well. It was poignant. I know you did a great job. So thank you, Cliff. Style and structure.
Well, like almost everything has been said. Good luck to Jelani and Brooks after this. I mean,
I got plenty to say.
I know. Well, let me tell you, I feel like I'm saddling up as the last donkey. So, we got this film digitally shot. I mean, again, very Lord of the Rings-esque. We're on big sound stages, lots of blue screen. Every single person has mentioned this, and now I'll mention it too. And my favorite thing about the structure is that it's Delios telling the story. It's not just exposition. He is there trying to sell it. This is pure propaganda, right? And I feel like if people paid attention to that when they saw it back in 2007, maybe there'd be a lot less hurt feelings online at the time.
Oh no, he's like Colin Powell trying to make the case for invading Iraq.
Yeah, and and every bit is eloquent.
Destruction.
Anyhow, focus.
Sorry, Cliff. I'm sorry.
You weren't. It's an early 2000s joke.
I know, but I'm trying to maintain all the many facets of Cliff. So Delios is like the story isn't pretending to be objective, although like Delios is, right? But Delios is selling a legend, how he wants to be remembered, how he wants this to be remembered. He wants all the sacrifice to be meaningful. So that's really cool. Then the camera work spends an extraordinary amount of time admiring the male body. Mm-hmm. We have slow pans across shoulders. We have close-ups of abs. We have heroic poses. We got oiled, muscled, glistening, golden light. Woo! And then...
I think you're moist.
You're making me hot.
If you there are many scenes in this movie where you could walk past and be like, "What are you watching?" The Spartans are absolutely being presented as peak physical ideal. Like they are great living structures. I'm just saying. We could talk about, is this about hypermasculinity or homoeroticism? Either way, the camera lovingly caresses these men.
Yeah, it does.
And I am not even exaggerating.
Yeah.
If there's any movie where you'll be like, what's some homoerotic shit? I'm like, 300, hold up. I was like, I need an example of a camera caressing men. I'm like, 300, right here, right here.
Spartacus.
Gay porn still aspires to do that shit. Okay.
I wish they could.
And then we got pacing, okay, which is great. All right, it's a 2-hour movie, which doesn't typically bother me at all, even with a slightly slower film. I've noticed that it's problematic for some people, Fable, and others. But it doesn't waste any time. We open quickly. We get Leonidas' origin. We establish the political conflict. Everything escalates quickly, and we have our encounters, right?
Yeah.
It's like a hot, steamy session of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
They get there quickly. Things escalate. Every encounter raising the stakes. Until the inevitable last stand. All these men and all their loss and everything they put onto the line. Woo! You're right.
So
we could do a 5-hour cut of this movie.
Do you need a towel?
And then don't worry, I have one.
Okay.
Oh, the comments are great on this.
But that said, that helps elevate this movie to being more than a collection of scenes reproduced from a comic, right? Like, because there is so much of that, but then the movie does something to bring it to life for us, you know? And also, scary side note, we know that this is basically a propaganda piece in an era where it doesn't really matter anymore, but yet it also shows us how propaganda shapes history, right?
Mhm.
And how the style itself incorporates into
History told by the winners.
storytelling,
Right. Yeah.
you know? And also, I forgot the cinematographer's name was something.
Yeah, because it was 300,000 soldiers. It looked like a million, right?
Right.
Like, when they showed them, it was like, oh, it's like a million people.
The cinematographer is Larry Fong.
Yeah, I had that note and I can't find it for shit. So Larry Fong, great job here. Like, really just nailed it. Really captured what needs to be captured. I like how he could capture the emotional intensity, the fierce sexuality that apparently only I needed, and but also like, just like that, he could capture them like action figures when he needed to, right? And thank you, Zach. Love you. Like, I love that he could capture them like action figures, like when he needed to, and he could capture emotional intensity when he needed to, right? And there's so much in between that everyone's talked about, so I'm not gonna beat it over the head, but I think that that's really important. And these are the things that make this, I think that's made this a film that like can still be revisited today, right? I think there's enough there. Again, probably his best damn film, honestly.
Yeah. A lot of people feel that way. Yeah, great stuff. I can't say much more than that. That I agree 100% with all of it. Jelani, style instruction. What do you think, brother?
Best scene in this movie, period. You can fight me. Is the slow motion walk of Leonidas when he is murdering, when he is absolute at his peak, when he is like Greek god, moving, stabbing. It's so fluid. It's like he's born to do this.
Yeah.
And it's told by an unreliable narrator, but the way he tells it is like it's gliding. He's gliding like he's walking down, just picking daisies in a field. That's how easy it is for him to kill.
Like fucking Kratos or something.
Yeah, he's Kratos.
Yeah.
He is a god of war.
I don't know, that doggy style sex scene might just be a little bit better for me. Like,
I
a
mean,
little bit.
I
Like,
like
just
the doggy style sex scene. Don't get me
Damn,
wrong.
John.
I like all of that.
I
I like the slow motion the titty meat. It works. It works very well. I mean, it's a good scene, man. It's a good scene.
Yeah, she was getting cracked.
Yeah, she was getting it was worth it.
Coffee Monster wholeheartedly
Did I
agree.
mention that she could get it? She could absolutely get it as well. I'm
I
sorry.
think you
Cliff.
said something about dread.
On the opposite, yeah, something about dread and drugs and her in 3D in dread. She can get it. So that being said, Zack Snyder might be a hack on the most parallel level on God's green earth. 300 is fantastic. He is none of those things anywhere else. It's somewhere where he needed to be, but he is not. And I'm going to talk about, since we talked about everything else about this movie, I'm talking about how he's lacking. He's a lack. He's a one-trick pony. He is a one and done. He got it done. And Watchmen's a good attempt. It looks awesome. And the whole thing, even when you see the ultimate cut with the black freighter attached, and the man put everything together. I watched all of that, all 22 hours of that bad boy, and I was like, woo! That is it. That's how you tell my most favorite story of all time. And he did it really well in some aspects. but 300 does it better because it's cleaner cut. He got the light right. He got the structure is proper. The music's not the best to me. I don't think it is because it's a ripoff, so I understand now. It feels, if it had music worth the damn, like that. If you had something, you know what it is when you hear it. That bum 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 bum.
I don't know. I like when that kid comes
That
out.
sounds like a Halloween theme.
I like when they show
You know
him
what's
as a
funny?
kid.
The cinematography is Larry Fong on Watchmen as well. I can't believe
Yes.
this.
Yeah,
He's doing a great job.
and Tyler Bates worked with Zack Snyder a lot too.
Yeah, and
He
you
Yeah.
was always Zack
But
Yeah,
Snyder.
I guess
Zack
on Watchmen
Snyder
they said,
like-
"Look, bitch, stop ripping people off. We gotta get it right this
Yeah.
time."
Exactly. But the thing is with this film, and it works so well with the source material. Like if you get the source material, and like I said, originally it's shot for shot, it is gorgeous, and you're nailing it. No one else is able to accomplish this since that. I think there are a few people that have done it. There are a few people that have like kind of nailed this, but this is like a 1v1, like a 1-on-1 of what it's supposed to be. Like there's no studio interference with bullshit. There's no random notes we don't get. Like, and there probably were, but like they were to the benefit of this film. And you can tell because it's clean. It gets in there. People know the story in some form or fashion, so they can get in, even if they didn't read the series. And you watch this film, you understand it. You got the cast is worth a damn.
Mhm.
There's no fat to trim in this film.
Yeah.
And the fact that they do that, he does it so well, so effortlessly, not to put any extra in the fire, even giving a female character worth a damn lines worth a damn in the film without making it a big deal and an awesome sex scene. And you make the Oracle scene, that sex scene is baller. You're right, John. But the Oracle is still sexy too. Like it's sexy. It's sexy in a good way. Like it's this.
Yeah.
And then of course, Cliff, the glistening bodies. Yes, Zack Snyder does pay attention to his glistening abular. I don't know if some of those abs were drawn on though. I'm still kind of questioning how some of those people are just that ripped. Like, of course they were that ripped. Gerard Butler, is totally ripped. But I'm thinking that some of that is some sort of artwork.
You can see him behind the scenes in the behind the scenes video where he's like lifting weights before they stay action.
Yeah. So they're doing it. It's just I think they're drawing shit on there too. And there's something extra, but that's the thing. It's the filter of this movie. So Zack Snyder's problem, his detriment, is filters and slow motion. But that's not with this film. It's with everything else. You know what I'm saying? Everything else is he tries to be that one trick pony everywhere else. And it's I've never watched BVS, never seen it. I've seen clips of it because Ben Affleck is Batman, and fuck that. That was a stupid choice. You don't make Dark Knight Returns Batman your first Batman. You make him hopeful Batman, and then 5 movies in, you can do Nightmare Batman.
He's the only part of the movie I liked.
Yeah, fuck Ben Affleck. So
No, he was a lovely Bat. Don't blame him.
It's
It's
not.
not
Ben
his
Affleck.
fault.
He's the worst. Look, there are 3 choices. I loved, and we're getting into this because I don't give
Really,
a damn.
Val Kilmer is pretty bad.
No, he's not. Not as bad
What
as Ben
the
Affleck.
fuck?
And
I
Yeah,
Val
Batman.
Kilmer all day over Ben Affleck.
Batman.
All day.
Okay,
All
yes,
day.
Ben Affleck
I don't
is
agree.
All
I
right,
disagree with that.
all right, guys. 300,
Anyway.
300.
I'm trying to talk about Zack Snyder here, and y'all are making me bring up Ben Affleck. I don't give a damn. But
Nobody's making
what
you
I'm trying
do
to say is
anything.
this. Well, I don't
Don't
give a
put this
damn.
on us.
What I'm saying is this: the things that Zack Snyder gets right in this film, he does not get right anywhere else, and he's close to it in Watchmen. In Watchmen, he does an excellent job of slow motion storytelling. But Sucker Punch, fuck Sucker Punch. Justice League, even though it's Joss Whedon, that's a piece of trash because Zack Snyder was the first half of it. That second piece of shit, Justice League, fuck that thing because it's just that movie but longer. Yeah, bullshit.
I'm going to go all Affleck next year.
Yeah. I cannot understand why he takes things from one film and decides this is my style because he didn't really do it in Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead, it's forward. It's a good little ensemble cast.
Well, that's because the source material was already there because it was a George Romero film.
Yeah, and it works. And it works for him to.
I'll tell you what it was, Jelani. It was $468 million at the box office. That's what the fuck it was, bro.
Yep.
$65 million budget.
Big and he was like, I can do, and then it moved to I can do Rebel Moon, and then you're like, what? No,
Rebel Moon came after people were like, oh no, you're doing 300 too much. He said, okay, let me try something else.
Yeah, I gotta do Star Wars now.
Although
it's like you've lost your damn mind. So I think Zack Snyder personally, and the only reason I'm saying this is I personally think he is a hack. He is a waste of time, waste of effort director who needs guidance. He's a great visual storyteller, but he needs somebody to rein his dumb ass in and stop being a goddamn bro and do your job and make a good Justice League movie without putting fucking Ben Affleck in it. I'm done.
Okay, good.
Yeah. It does hurt my heart to think that he's going to remake Escape from New York.
Yeah.
That'll be horrible.
He's doing it.
How do
He's
you
doing
remake
it.
perfection?
I know.
Well, they're
I
doing
know.
it.
Ridiculous.
They're doing it.
Because they don't care anymore. They redid Halloween 18 times. And then they did that shitty 3-peat. Whatever that piece of shit is. God dang it.
I said it earlier, folks. Zack Snyder is polarizing. Brooks.
Yes.
Style and structure, my brother.
Yeah, there's really nothing to say about the style in this movie, right? Land City. Yeah, obviously, I think the thing about Zack Snyder and Frank Miller is they're very similar in that they share the same strengths, but they also share the same weaknesses. In that they both have a kind of a very juvenile kind of underlying philosophy to a lot of their work.
Yeah,
that it can work to their advantage, if they play to it right. But if they try to overdo it, it becomes very stupid.
Trick pony-ish.
And Snyder, I think Snyder more so. I think Frank Miller can be a little more, even his bad stuff has a little bit of, has a little bit more of that Frank Miller intellect behind it, even if it is kind of hidden, under all of his stupidity. But Snyder, he I think he's good at making action movies, but he does have I agree with Jelani in that he is a bit of a one-trick pony. He doesn't have a huge repertoire to pull from. He kind of falls back on the same kind of tropes and cliches. And, a lot of his work, I thought Watchmen was all right, but none of his work really lives up to this movie. I think this movie is where he really, it's really where he's shown the most, where, he was able to exercise his skills to the best of his ability. So yeah, that's what makes this movie so much fun to watch, is because he manages to keep that pace going. He manages to keep you interested, even though despite all of the silly stuff in this movie, the obviously ahistorical stuff, the kind of ridiculously over glorifying the Spartans and soldiers and everything. And one thing I did really love about this movie is how it kind of pokes a hole in its own premise by having the father in the beginning, this is a huge plot point, when Leonidas points out that's your son, he's like, oh yeah, I've got plenty of others, it doesn't matter if he dies, it doesn't, I don't care. And his son, at no point shows that he's hurt. He's he's proud of it. His son has pride that his father, feels this way. But then when it happens, when the tragedy happens, when his son dies, he breaks down and the whole stoic, tough guy act just falls apart, he's just a grieving father at the end. It doesn't matter, that his son, his name will be carried on. He has to, he sees his son. he loses his son like in front of his eyes, and it's no matter how manly you think you are, like something like that is just like it's too much, even for like somebody like him. So yeah, like I think Zack Snyder really that's kind of what makes this movie so good as far as Zack Snyder, because he's actually saying things. I don't know if he actually intended to at times, but he does say some things like beyond just like the typical like oh fucking badass Spartans and all this shit, which that is a big part of the movie, and it is like one of the things I love about it. But I think he has a little bit more to say in this one.
There's definitely vulnerability.
Yeah.
Leonidas is not sure of himself, even though he has to.
Even Leonidas, he seems to be more affectionate towards his son than his father. Like his father is portrayed as being a little bit more strict, but you don't get a whole lot of time with that. He seems to be very a kind of a loving father as far as you can, being a Spartan father who's going to send his son out into the fucking wilderness in a year.
Right. No, great. All right. Well, here at Pop Culture Philosophers, we like to dig a little deeper. We like to peel that onion back and see what this movie's really trying to say, what it's saying to you, because everybody is, they have their own takeaways of what the messages are in this movie. And I'm going to swing this right back around. Brooks, what do you think the theme of this movie is, or what is it saying to you?
Well, I think a big kind of theme of this movie is the idea of this giant imperial machine, like the Persian Empire, the reason that that you don't care that they're being killed, and they do kind of make them a little sympathetic in certain parts. They do point out that in a way they're an army of slaves, which is not entirely true, but there is a lot of there's a lot of guys with whips and trying to push everybody forward, but it's like the idea of empires can only go so far. I think despite Xerxes' power and his influence and how far he spread, eventually you're going to run across the guy that you just can't fuck with. Right. And that's what happens with Leonidas. Leonidas is like I'm the guy. He's I'm gonna stand here and you ain't fucking getting past me until I'm dead. And when you do manage to kill me, by that time the rest of my boys will be here, and then it's over. It's just this idea is it's worth fighting, to save your civilization, your values are worth fighting for. And no matter how hopeless it seems, you can do it if you believe, if you have true conviction, and the people around you have that true conviction as well. Leonidas is meant to inspire. The whole reason he goes, he's he knows after he leaves his wife, he's that's the last time I'm going to see my wife. And it's so tragic because he can't just say I love you in front of, because that's not how we do things in Sparta. There's no weakness. Yeah, and it's it's tragic, but at the same time, that's what what makes him so inspiring is that he's willing to make that sacrifice. He's willing to leave things unsaid, and the fact that he knows his wife, he doesn't have to tell her. She knows in her heart.
She grew up there too. She knows what's up.
Yeah, she's a Spartan woman. She knows the deal. She knows what she signed up for.
Right.
And it's the idea it's worth fighting for. You're even despite how how stacked the odds might be against you. If you're fighting against something that goes against your core beliefs, then it's worth fighting for no matter what happens. And in the end, these kind of monsters, they always fade away eventually. All the empires, they will all eventually go away. And I think a better world will take their place.
Yeah, I love that. I totally think that's at the core of this movie, is fighting for your way of life, and against all odds. Fuck it all. I think that's definitely a part of this movie. Jelani, what is this movie trying to say, or what is it saying to you?
I'm going to pick it back a little bit off of Brooks, and I'm also going to say one of the lamest quotes I've ever said. Teamwork makes the dream work. Because it's so simple. You have to fight as a team. You have to fight as a group to get something accomplished. And these gentlemen do something that is spoken of thousands of years later because of how cool they were and what their team was. they're throwing kids out to the wolves at fucking 7 years old. And they're throwing babies off of cliffs because the babies don't look
the
right.
baby's toe is a little bit too small.
Yeah, the baby's too small. You're dead. Your family, it's like eugenics to the like nth level. Like it's survival of the fittest. It's like only the fit survive. And the fact that all of these gentlemen survived enough to create an army to push back millions of these racist, dirty, freaking evil they had to shut them down. And they had to go because their kind can't take our kind. God damn it!
Well, to be fair, Xerxes could have like sent an ambassador and like he could have done it peacefully, but he showed up with an army. So fuck him.
No, the black guy dies first. Other than the babies, think about it. It's racism. Racism. I don't care. I don't give a damn. This movie gets a pass because it's that damn good, and you have to work together to achieve your goals. And if you don't do that, you're gonna fucking fail. Like one weak link destroys it all. And
the principle behind the phalanx. That's why the Romans stole it from them.
Yep.
Yeah. Like,
that's how it works. The Romans, they have the
like you have an army, like use them to the best of their ability,
Yep. Yeah. You got to do it, and it's very, it's apropos to our situation right now. Like if we don't work together and get that motherfucker out, we can't do anything better with our lives. That motherfucker got to go. I don't give a damn what you think.
Like, I noticed there is like a lot of kind of parallels between Xerxes and our current president in a way. Like the need to be like constantly praised and deified and everything,
Yeah.
Like there's always a few like parallels.
I'm spicy. I like to spice up our chats. Good times, but yeah. If that fucker don't go, we gotta do something about it. And teamwork makes the dream work. And that's all I got.
I love it. It definitely is a story of camaraderie, of brothers in arms, of a nation, small nation coming together to try to ward off this impending doom. And even if you look at on the other side, I mean, the Persians were a combination of many nations coming together to conquer the entire world, and they were achieving their goals, right? They were doing what they were doing when they all came as one force. So yeah, agree, 100%. That's definitely an element in this movie. Cliff, what is this movie saying to you, or what's the theme of this movie?
There are many themes in this movie. What makes a hero? When sacrifice is more important than victory. How our legends shape history. How and can propaganda reveal deeper truths? Right? There's all this stuff is happening in this movie. Legends shaping history is wild because. Because we're a damn mess. We're a mess. I would like to. I just don't want to give it to propaganda revealing deep because I feel like that's so problematic. But I want to give it. I will give it to legends shaping history.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Because again, if we didn't have this legend, 300 Spartans is never made. Yeah. If that's never made, Frank Miller's never influenced. Mm-hmm. Frank Miller never makes this book. Zack Snyder never makes this. And then cinema is a better place, technically. I don't know. I wish I could visit all the timelines. But and then listen, and even with that, I don't feel like everything the man does is a mistake.
I do.
So, yes, I know. It's been very clear, and thank you. I had to go into a meditative trance and find higher level Cliff to get to this part of the evening. Well done. So it's fine. I've channeled level 12 Cliff.
Level 12.
It's not quite level 12 cliff is not Zernar Batman level cliff. If I ever have to go to Zernar mode, forget it. Like forget
Forget
it.
it.
It's over. Like no one's gonna save me from that. You know, I will be Leonidas just walking around, just like just taking people out.
Oh shit.
So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. Like, it's definitely true. Like, I mean, where we are, our country, it's a built on legends, built on stories, built on these things that we don't know if they happen, they didn't happen, right? There's truth here, mixed with lies here. You know,
there's a movie.
Abraham Lincoln never told a lie. Bullshit.
Yeah, well,
You know
there's a
what I'm saying?
movie.
Like,
There's a movie called The Man That Shot Liberty Valance, starring John Wayne, Lee Marvin, and Jimmy Stewart. And there's a quote in it. Yeah, and there's a quote in it because Jimmy Stewart is credited with killing this bad guy played by Lee Marvin, Liberty Valance, but John Wayne actually shot him, but he didn't tell nobody.
Spoiler.
Well, sorry, it's like 60 years old. If you haven't watched about Al,
way
sorry.
more than that, but yeah.
All right. Anyway, it's really old. But anyway, like he comes out and finds out later because he's running for governor, Jimmy Stewart, and the reporter finds out. He tells the reporter, "I didn't shoot him. It was John Wayne."
Fuck
And
Jimmy Stewart. Oh,
and the reporter says, he says, "But you're not going to write about it?" He said, "No, I'm not going to because when you get the truth of the legend, always print the legend." That's
yeah, 100%. Yeah, Jay. Jelani had to go on a Zack Snyder rant, so extended the show a little bit.
And a Ben Affleck rant too.
I don't think that's accurate. I think Jelani owns just as much of this time as any of the rest of us on this panel, and I'm gonna cut everybody off and jump right into my section here because Brooks. Shout out to Brooks. He really opened my eyes to a couple of cool thematic elements here that might either, make this a movie you appreciate more or make you a movie that maybe you appreciate less because of how, you have these elements of propaganda, right? And then you have these elements of like the Spartans are like screwing up and they're making mistakes, but we're not really seeing it because of how glorified the propaganda is here, right? How beautified they look when they're screwing up and when they're making mistakes, like what they do to that poor Feltes guy who they basically cast away and turns around to basically stab them in the back. I think there's a lot of subtext here that you could look at where ultimately the film is critical of the Spartans as much as it is glorifying them. The problem is that's just on the text and the subtext. When the movie looks as fucking gorgeous as this looks, you instantly throw all that subtext out the window, and you're like,
right.
It's like watching The Wolf of Wall Street and being, like watching The Wolf of Wall Street and being like, but that guy's boat is huge.
Everybody's bad guy.
I want to bang Margot Robbie. I'd rather fuck over the whole United States to bang Margot Robbie. It's worth it. Like, I think it's easy to take the wrong message away from this movie because of how it looks. And I think that's either the movie's greatest success or its greatest failure is this mixed message that you're getting from both the text, the subtext, and the visuals.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. You can definitely get sucked into the heat of it all and automatically be like, I want to be a Spartan. But then you're like, and then like instantly, like all of us, you're like, yeah, but they'd throw me out in the winter.
Yeah, we'd be on the skull, bro.
I wouldn't make it. There's no way I'd make it.
We'd all be dead.
Yeah. Oh no, that's awesome. Matt, what do you think this movie's trying to say?
Well, like Brooks was saying, it's kind of like it's also about brotherhood, though. If you look at it from like a soldier's point of view.
Yeah.
Also, they had no illusion that they were going to win this battle. They knew they weren't going to win. And it's the fact that, like, even though they knew that, they went anyway. I'm not trying to make them more heroic than they are. I'm just saying, like, it's kind of like at D-Day when them guys got up. Those guys knew there was like a 1 in 5, maybe 1 in 3 chance they're not making it off that beach that day, but they still did it because the alternative would have not worked out for them. Because, like, at this point in history, Greece was a bunch of independent city-states. Correct me if I'm wrong on my history. I think this is before Alexander the Great. Darius was kind of like George W. Bush Sr. Invading, he went into Iraq, didn't finish the job, so his son, in this case, Xerxes, George W. Bush, came back to try to finish the job. But maybe that's a weird analogy, but what I'm saying is, like, they were threatened by this. Like, I'm not saying that the Persians were completely bad guys, but they were very much imperialists. They were trying to conquer as much known of the world as they could at the time. But we're getting the propaganda into that though in this one, obviously, because I'm not saying the Greeks were angels, but like they were just independent states, and like I said, they had no illusion they were going to make it back. He knew he was never going to see his wife again. They all knew they weren't going to make it back. And they were just trying to slow down. They were just trying to slow down the Persian army to try to rally Athens and all these other city-states together to fight. They knew that this would, but he's also trying to instigate a fight by going in there because his government and the oracles didn't want him to go, right?
Right.
Those
goes in
inbred wizard fucks. Like,
yeah, well, they were creepy old men, and that's kind of what those guys were. That was just an excuse for them to get like good-looking women half naked on drugs. That's all they were doing there.
Like the one thing that I fault Leonidas for is that he didn't like lead a band of Spartans to fucking like go up that mountain and slaughter all of those worthless parasites before he went to fight the Persians.
Yeah,
like, you know those fuckers are worthless. Why don't you kill them?
Climbing.
Yeah, well, like there's also a lot of intrigue going on.
Well, it would only take 10 Spartans to kill all of them.
Well, like their traditions, I guess.
But you got to remember, Brooks. You got to remember that
politics.
is no. That's Homeboy's version of what they are.
Yeah,
that's what he thinks they are in his mind.
Unreliable.
The thing is, they're too tied to tradition. Like they're
because we know it's a tradition, and we know many kings of that nation followed what these guys said. But to that dude, those were creepy old men, right? Like that's how he felt about them.
Well, I mean, they kind of were though. If you read like about these, I don't know, but yeah, he was exaggerating what they looked like probably, and how bad they were. But all I'm trying to say is,
like kind of, I guess, symbolize like religious fanatics in a way. They kind of control things despite the fact that they don't really contribute much.
I mean, it's a cool perspective, right? Like he knows that this is tradition, but he's like, I don't like these dudes, man. I don't know why we listen to these motherfuckers, right? Like,
well, also I think there's an underlying theme of like duty and honor in this movie. Mm-hmm. Like,
oh yeah.
He doesn't want to not see his wife again, but he knows he's got to go because he knows that like nobody else is going to do nothing. He knows they're not going to send the entire army, so he's got to basically go out there and pick a fight and hope to slow them down. And also, you get a lot of like, what is like I said, like the brotherhood. Like you fight next to another guy, like you're totally like you're at to be like 10 toes down. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's what the kids say now, but like. Yeah, you got to stand on business. So, also it's like about like, I mean, maybe it's like propaganda or like you're seeing their side, but it's like standing up to a bull. Xerxes thinks he's a god, and he tells him, by the end of this day, I'm going to prove that a god can bleed. Mm-hmm. And like, it's like crazy. Xerxes not the only one like that. Muammar Gaddafi thought he was a god. Kim Jong Un's dad, or Il's dad, Un thought he was a god, and it's kind of like standing up to the bully on the block. I kind of wish that we kind of had that courage nowadays, but like I don't know if we do, but like in a way I admire their courage. In a way it was reckless too.
Yeah,
but I don't know. That's all I got to say. I'm kind of talking in circles now. Everybody already said everything I want to say, but I really like the movie, though. I guess you can tell.
I'm going to add to what you said and what John was saying. And John, I said something earlier about the deformed dude, and Leonidas's view of this guy. His view is he is not useful, right? Because of his deformity or whatever. The decisions that these guys make in these movies because of some sort of tradition or some sort of, I don't know what you can tie it to, But what I'm trying to say basically is, and I don't know if it's a theme, but this is what I got, is this is like an exploration of the male ego, the male psyche, the male, right? From every fucking facet you can think of.
Testosterone, baby.
Right, the testosterone, the looking good for your woman, the trying to be the hero, the jealousy, the fucking dirty old man shit, like you said, looking at
The
these
rubbing your oil on your buddy's
oil,
chest
yeah.
and like just yeah.
You know,
Well, they actually did that stuff too, by the way.
Every
like,
aspect of the man is represented in this film. Like, so,
I think that went right over Cliff's head.
Yeah.
It's like, I've never seen him so
well,
still.
hey, Fable. Also, like when I was talking about principles, the epitaph that is at where the Battle of Thermopylae is at, says it all. I quoted earlier. This is go. It says, "Go tell the Spartans, stranger passing by, that here, obedient to their laws, we lie.
Yeah.
Or to our laws, we lie." So they
Spartan law.
I just think it's a representation of all the facets of what a man is and what he could be, what we go through. You guys touched on it earlier when Homeboy was like, "Yeah, we're Spartans. We don't cry. We don't do nothing." He loses his son. He's like, "This is all bullshit. I'm crying. Fuck that. I don't care.
Right.
I'm feeling it right now, and I don't care what any of you guys think of me." Like, you know what I'm saying? This is
It's all the contradictions, right?
Yeah, or what we aspire to be versus what we really are, kind of thing. The mental games we play with ourselves just to get by or do things or look good for certain groups. You know what I mean? Hold it inside. It's not masculine to cry. You know what I mean? It's just a bunch of shit. Like, that's what I was getting when I was watching this shit. It's like, what Cliff was saying, just the male body, like that too. That's an aspect of it. Like the way we would all love to look like that. Like all of us, really. I don't know anybody.
Wait. You guys don't? You guys don't look like
some
that?
fucking pecs and some fucking 27-inch arms and shit. Like
Every
You
day.
know what I'm saying?
the AI version of me looks like that.
I mean, I know I've tried. I know I've done a few push-ups in my life thinking, yeah, I'm gonna get this shit going, man. And never quite worked out, but God bless the guys that do have it. But yeah, I that's what I get. I don't know if that's a thing, but I think it's definitely exploring that. I don't know if that's coming from Frank Miller or that's coming from Zack Snyder, but it's definitely an element to me.
Maybe both.
Yeah, maybe a combination of both. All right, let's put a number on this thing. Let's rate this bad boy and get the hell up out of here. On a scale of 1 to 5, and everybody in the chat. First of all, our chat has been fucking phenomenal. We had so many people visit us tonight and leave comments and just fantastic. But yeah, everybody in the chat, everybody in the panel, what is your rating? I will start with Matt. Matt, from 1 to 5 backlogs, what are you giving 300?
When I'm rating a movie, I think about rewatchability for one thing. And I could watch this movie. I watch this movie at least once a year or every 2 years, and I'm entertained by it. And it's a very entertaining movie. I like the way it's put together, and I love the source material because I love Frank Miller's work. Save a couple of different ones I probably don't care for, but he kind of got me into reading comics. I always give him credit for that. And so I give it a 5.
Yeah.
That's a no-brainer to me. Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. John, out of 5, what are you giving 300?
I think I'm gonna go a 4.25. This is it's a very entertaining, very rewatchable movie. It's not perfect by any means, but it does exactly what it sets out to do. I think it would be great if it had a deeper thought in its mind. I think, but I think if you're making a movie about men and what it is to be a man, how many deeper layers do we have? Like, just be fair. I think I think it's fair that it would be, only a certain level deep, right?
Right.
It works. But when it's working, it excels, right? And this cast elevates everything. And some of those unbelievable, you wish you had a comeback line like Fassbender drops every 5 minutes in this movie. Like,
Yeah,
you wish,
exactly.
you wish somebody would step to you and you'd be able to say something just as stone cold as he drops in this movie. So yeah, absolutely a banger of an acting force here. for sure.
45. Okay, that's a solid ass score. Hell yeah. Ron, I'm just glad you're here, brother. Don't worry about it, man. You could annoy us next time. Just join us for the next one. Push-ups and abs. That was about 10 years ago now. Cliff, out of 5, what are you giving 300?
Well, the movie is still visually distinctive. It's a war story. It delivers incredible action.
Yeah.
The characters are memorable. That's
Yeah.
a big one. And also just out of my personal satisfaction and, because I'm not new to this, I'm going to give it a 4.69, you dig?
Yes. Ethan, let's go. All right. Jelani, out of 5, what do you give it 300?
This is certainly Zack Snyder's best film. Right under that is Watchmen. He nails this. This is where he's meant to be. He just needs a writer. He needs writers, and he needs someone to be like, bruh, sit down, bruh. You can't slow-mo everything. You got to do this, and if you do slow-mo, you got to make it cool at least once and not 57 times in your film. Is that all right, bruh? Stop using stupid cameras in your stupid fucking zombie movie. I hated that movie. Oh, all my heart. I hate that movie because he tried to use different shit. This, he's perfect, and he's got a cinematographer that's working for him. This is an iconic film because if you say this is Sparta and spits in your face while you're kicking someone in the well, everybody knows what that movie is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It put Gerard Butler on the map for a little bit. He's doing Greenland now, which kind of sucks. But it's life. It made it cool to be a dude in this film. It is hyper yet toxic masculinity all mixed together in a beautiful, beautiful salad of warm things that talk about. I'm not. Don't worry, Cliff. Calm down. It's a beautiful thing. This film is beautiful, and I'm going to give it 5.
Oh yeah,
it's worth it. I should take points away from the music, which is forgettable as fuck to me. But other than that, this film, yeah, it's iconic. I can't say that it's not.
Yeah, 100%, dude. Brooks, out of 5, what are you giving 300?
Yeah, like I said, when I put my DVD in and it didn't play, at first I was like, it sucks, but it's 300. I'll probably give it like a 4, 4.5. But no, after renting it and rewatching it, I'm like, God damn it, I need this fucking movie. So yeah, I'll give it a 5 as well. Like, the fact that it's still, like, it still hits me the way it did back, and even despite, like, I know how silly a lot of it is, but it's just so much fun. Like, it's like one of my favorite action movies of all time. And like, if I ever find a Blu-ray and like laying around somewhere, I have to pick that son of a bitch up because, like, this is one that I think I need in my life.
Oh, yeah. Get the Blu-ray! I love the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm gonna get it again, I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna go up a notch with it.
Oh yeah. All right, so for me, I can't find a flaw in this movie. I think this movie is perfect. I can't find a flaw, Cliff. Can't.
I mean, like, there are flaws to be found, but it's very good at what it does.
If there's a flaw there, it goes right over my fucking head for the 2 hours I was watching it. I was like, this shit looks cool. I'm fucking enthralled. The acting's great. The fucking bodies look awesome. Everybody's beautiful. The effects are fantastic. And Jelani, I don't agree. I think the music is spot on. When they show that 300 fucking logo come out with the lightning and then you see the boy when he raises to be Leonidas, and it's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Listen, I didn't know it was. I didn't know it was. I was
It's
like,
cool.
yeah, boy.
But didn't you hear that in other movies?
Yeah,
but
see,
you
I
heard
didn't
that
know.
in
I
other
didn't. I didn't
Oh.
know. I didn't watch Titus. I didn't watch Titus.
Gabagool.
but
6'7".
what I'm saying is, I
Same
think
word.
this movie is thoroughly enjoyable, and I think anybody could watch this movie and fucking love it. Right? I really do. I could recommend this to anyone, and I think they'll have a good time at the least. If not, be like, shit, that was awesome. And you're right, man. And John said it too. It does what it's supposed to do. It's doing what it does. It's bringing the 300 graphic novel to life, to perfection. It does it very well. Whether this is Snyder's best film, is the other film, I don't give a fuck about any of that. I just like what he's doing right here at this time. It hits. It is iconic, Jelani. 100%. And that wraps up our review of 300, guys. You guys are awesome as always. Before we get on out of here, I want you guys to let everybody know where they can find you, what you got going on. So Brooks, I will start with you, my brother. What do you got going on? Let the people know. And thanks for joining me tonight, man. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, man, it's a great. Thanks for the opportunity to rewatch this classic. I'd forgotten how much I loved. It'd been so long since I seen 300. I'm like, I was just thinking like, it's not gonna hit the same. It's not gonna be the same. It won't be the same. But it's the same, man.
Yeah,
I loved it. It's so much fun, and I appreciate you giving me the invite. I love Action Fest. I like Horror Fest, all right, but Action Fest, that's really my lane, I think.
yeah.
And I'm glad that I can get a few more of those action movies packed in, to my life. It helps, And of course, me and Jelani, we do Go Figure reviews. We recently did one on this guy right here.
Oh,
Glow in the
Blanca.
Dark Blanca, who is
He glows in the
pretty
door.
fucking cool.
He's
He's pretty rad. I love him. He is basically as a palette swap of the original, but he glows in the dark, man.
Yeah.
That's fucking badass, I think. But yeah, so you can check out Go Figure Reviews. You can see what I say about it. I have very funny jokes. I'm funny and smart, and everybody loves me. So why wouldn't you check that?
Okay, Xerxes. We'll watch it.
I am kind.
I'm kind.
Well, fine. I'm kind.
You are merciful too.
Gotta get my
Yeah.
piercings now.
Yeah, thanks again, Jelani, for hanging out. I mean, Jelani Brooks. Jelani, tell the people what you got going on. Also, thank you, my brother, for hanging out, man. I love when you guys, the Go Figure review guys, can join me for these things. What you got going on, Jelani?
I love that Brooks and I are in the same movie. This works out very well, so I'm very glad that he's here. This is
Yeah, I kind of
awesome.
figured you'd be on this one.
Yeah,
Suspicion.
It's fucking 300. Of course, it's gonna be on this one. But I need to be on more of Fable's junk. I need to get on Matt's junk. And Cliff, if you got junk, I'll get on that too. And John, I don't know if you do junk, but I'll do your junk too, man.
I got all the junk.
Yeah. Brooks and I do Go Figure reviews. It's a thing that we talk about. It's basically show and tell for toys. I'm going to reiterate on it. My toy, since he did the figure of Blanca, my figure of the day is Tila from the Masters of the Universe film.
Oh, that's cool.
Robbie hates this film, but I love it.
I don't know why Robbie hates that film. That film's one of the
I know why.
best
'Cause
I've
it's too
seen.
goofy.
Man,
But
just too goofy, but he's never watched the cartoon.
Yeah. Was
Yeah,
Mo-
yeah.
Motu
Yeah,
ever,
He doesn't
like-
want that
I
kind of
hate
movie.
posers, man. I hate posers. That's all I got to say. But he won't tell me to my face because it was my birthday present, and he didn't go see it on my birthday. He watched it randomly at another time, and then came back because I like to talk smack.
Jelani's on my junk. Next Tuesday.
I mean, I get on some junk, son. I'm a junker. I'm gonna be on Chaz junk too.
Oh, he's doing Nobody next Tuesday. I
Yeah.
just mentioned Nobody.
Yes,
I'm on
sir.
his
And our homegirl from this movie's in it. There you go. Enjoy it,
There you
everybody.
go.
Good times, good times. So yeah, check us out. Go Figure Foods. Get out there and go figure.
Hell yeah, Jelani. Thank you always, man. I really love it when you get a chance to jump on here. I know it's not easy for everybody.
It's hard, man. Work
Yeah,
been
I
kicking my
know.
butt the last few
I
months.
know.
But now I have
Sometimes I'm so excited for Friday to come so I can hang out with you guys, right? Like I really look forward to it. But then I have like a fucking hard ass day, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta do the damn stream. But I never regret it because, like I said, I have such a great time with you guys and all my panels that I have.
Yeah.
I'm very lucky when it comes to that stuff. Cliff, speaking of lucky, man, always lucky to have you hang out with us, man. You're a great movie reviewer. I love your thoughts, even when we clash. I respect everything you feel about films.
I thank you because you and Robbie have made me a better reviewer. Like, cause y'all like this is how we review things. This is the format. Learn this, and I'm like, oh damn, And then that's it. I was like, all right, I gotta be serious. What does style and structure actually freaking mean? Oh, now Robbie wants to incorporate sound into style and structure. All right, Cliff, up that game, bitch.
Hey. We got him off of music at least, man. We were all like,
well, you know what? I didn't have much to say. I was going to mention that I personally didn't feel the sound did enough for me with this movie. The music was definitely not memorable for me. That whole 300 thing, like in the beginning, is memorable. That is nice. But like, I don't carry it. I'm not humming anything. There's another movie I saw recently with a girl in a cape. I felt the same way, but where I couldn't remember the music. I just had to put that out there. But me, Comics and Coffee, typically Sunday mornings at 10. I have at this moment in time I have like no guest until August, so it's just me. It's gonna be just me either dropping a pre-recorded video at 10 a.m. while I'm off doing other things, trying to make money to pay for things, or I actually do have a guest that will do something fun and live. And of course, you can find me at the Council of Comics Fridays, 5 p.m. Eastern, Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern, Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern, Top Trending Comics on Izzyverse NYC with me. And then sometimes on Friday nights, I'm over at Not Near Mid Condition with Rob and that little gang. So it just depends on where the dice fly. And sometimes I'm on Matt Spidey on Saturdays. I'm on the internet, folks. Come find me.
Come hang out with Cliff. Yeah, you're the man, Cliff. Agree, Zach. Agree.
Thank you, Zach.
He's on like about level 15 right now, I think. Level 15. Everybody, go check out Cliff's junk.
Go check out my interview with Eric Larson from last night.
Yeah, definitely.
Eric Larson.
Eric Larson. Exactly.
Yeah, go give that a thumbs up. Go check that out. I'm gonna be doing that actually right after this stream. I'm gonna tune into that. John, always a pleasure. Thanks for joining me, man. I didn't have you planned for this one, but when I had an opening, I immediately thought of you. And I'm so glad that you were able to make it. So,
like a good Spartan, you show me an opening and I fill it.
There you go.
Oh,
man.
Someone watch the alternate cut with me.
John,
no,
what's
brother.
going on, brother?
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. Always happy to join for some Action Fest. I'm gonna be on for Dirty Harry over on Metal Elf towards the end of the month, so I'll be back for some Clint Eastwood goodness. But yeah, every Thursday I drop some sort of comic book related video. I'm going live Saturday mornings to do some chatting around what have I reading, what have I been picking up lately. So always some Saturday morning comics fun. Sunday nights we got D&D with the comic book community. So I'm the dungeon master right now. So we're doing the keys from the Golden Vault quest line. And then usually a few times in the week I'll go live. Last week I was talking Birds of Prey over on my man JP Comics YouTube channel. So we were talking Birds of Prey. So yeah, always something new that we're reading and discussing.
Oh yeah, everybody go check out John's junk. It's fucking phenomenal junk. You all love it. You got me on a thing, Jelani. I'm gonna start doing that for everybody.
I know.
And of course, my main man, my Action Fest brother here, a guy I love so much, one of my best friends in the community, honestly. Matt, let the people know what you got going on, where they can find you.
As usual, Heroes for Hire Comic Club, we have a lot going on. So Sunday, I have the Sunday Super Show Extravaganza. We talk about the new comic book day previews, trending comics of the week, my picks for variant covers of the week, and out of context panels because we like to have a little fun, it's where we read some, old panels, comic panels that you can take out of context, mainly like Jimmy Olsen's or like Archie Comics,
Jimmy
which
Olsen
are always
got
taken out of context.
weird ass shit in there.
That's what I'm saying. That series, if you just make a Jimmy Olsen series like that comic, that would be hilarious.
Archie, yeah, exactly, John.
Yeah. Then Monday I'll be on Pop Culture Philosophers reviewing Death Warrant starring Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, let's
the
go.
Muscles from Brussels, right? Then I'm Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm interviewing Barbarian Kung Fu for Comic Conversations.
Yeah.
And so that should be fun. And Wednesday on Action Fest continues on my channel, and we'll be reviewing Red Dawn, starring one of my favorite actors of all time, Patrick Swayze. And I do have a spot open if anybody would like to be on there.
Let's go.
And I have a spot open for Iron Eagle too. I'll just throw that out there.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so also besides live streams, I do like pre-recorded videos. I just did one about the new Gambit miniseries coming out, written by Chris Claremont. It came out today, so
nice.
Check that out. Which I always excited to see Chris Claremont returning to write some X-Men stuff.
Yeah.
And I just had a retrospective video come out about Uncanny Avengers #1 by Rick Remender and the late great John Cassidy. So check that out if you don't mind. And I have a review coming out Monday also at 4 p.m. where I review this new Blood of the Wolfman written by Joshua Williamson.
Let's go.
So find out. I'm not going to tell you if it's good or bad right now. I'm just going to say check out and see what I think of it Monday. And also Wednesday, I have another comic book retrospective video coming out, and it's going. I'm going to be doing a retrospective on the original 1984 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1.
Yeah.
And so I've been wanting to do that for a while because I always loved the old Eastman and Laird stuff. And I think I have a preview coming out, and hell, I can't remember what it's about. But I got so much going on. I don't know. What is it? Okay, I can't remember what it is now. I just recorded it today. It don't matter. It's coming out 4:00 on Friday, so just check it out, and then you'll see me on every other person's stream. So
yeah, definitely. Everybody, go check out my brother Matt. Man, go sub up, become a member of his channel. He's got a lot of stuff, man. You won't be disappointed being a member of that channel. Matt, as always, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of Action Fest 2026. Really appreciate it.
I'm happy. I was born to be on Action Fest.
Yeah.
I grew up, I wasted a lot of time as a kid in video rental stores written action movies. So I'm proud to be part of Action Fest.
100%, man. Yeah, man. Well, before I get into that, thank you everybody who joined us, of course, for tonight and also last week for Speed. Really appreciate it. We had a great turnout for the last two movies. I'm really, really humble and appreciative of it. Also, if you love cinema, if you love movies, man, hit me up. This is not an exclusive circle. This is not, you know what I mean? I'm always open to having new panels, new people, new ideas, new thoughts on things, right? Like one thing here is we don't have to agree on shit, right? And most times we don't, but we do it in a loving way, and we all, you know what I mean? We all respect each other's opinions. I'm always looking for new opinions and new insights into things. So hit me up, One Collection Down on Instagram. Right now, all of my movies are kind of full for the year, but next year I'm planning Sci-Fi Fest, another Action Fest, Horror Fest, all that good stuff. So hit me up, man. But yeah, thank you for joining us tonight. Of course, Action Fest continues this Monday on Pop Culture Philosophers with Death Warrant. Then on Tuesday, our Metal Elf Collectibles with Nobody. Wednesday, Matt Heroes for Hire, Comic Club. Matt, I totally blanked on your movie. I had it in my head and it went away.
Which one?
Your movie on Wednesday.
Oh, Red Dawn.
Red Dawn. Check out Heroes for Hire, Comic Club with Red Dawn, and then back here Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll have another whole squad of people joining me for the movie Con Air. Cannot wait to revisit that classic. Man, 2 great movies, 2 great weeks, 2 great panels. I mean, it's been great. It's been great, guys. Everybody have a great night. Have a great weekend. See you this Monday. Death Warrant, Pop Culture Philosophers Station.